Good evening and welcome to Whangarei at McKay Stadium, where the BBNZ Northern Kahu will take on the Sal's Mainland Pouakai. And tonight's Rapid League game is an aperitif to the Tauihi coming about an hour from now, as we have two teams who have been playing excellent basketball in the rapid format of late. The Mainland Pouakai on one heck of a winning streak, and the BBNZ Northern Kahu have found some form as of late since changing their lineup. Thanks for joining us tonight. This is Casey Frank. Beside me is Kason Buckman, and we've got an interesting matchup in this first one, don't we, Casey?
Absolutely. You've got Penina Davidson making her Rapid League debut tonight, so a bit of a stacked roster for the Kahu team, but the Pouakai probably going to look to extend their undefeated streak.
Yeah, 4-0 in the Rapid League, the Mainland Pouakai. 0 wins in the Tauihi, but by benefiting from those 4 Rapid League wins, sitting in 4th place. The Northern Kahu, 3 wins, 2 losses, sitting in 3rd on the ladder, but with 2 rapid wins in hand, showing that they are starting to develop a taste for this format. Let us take a look at the starting lineup, starting with the Sal's Mainland Pouakai. Got Olivia O'Neill and Lauren Hippolyte in the backcourt, Maddie Morrow and Bassa Nesbitt in the forward positions, and Millie Knight moving in the middle in the early version. And on to the BBNZ Northern Kahu, who are starting again a stronger lineup. Some starting quality talent from the Tauihi is in here. Crystal Ledger-Walker, Penina Davidson, Keely Tinney, Rihanna Rennie Brown, and Asia Anderson will be making out that lineup today.
Yeah, it's again another stacked lineup. It's really great. I like the strategy from Coach Jody Cameron. She wants to secure those rapid wins, or at least try to. I don't know, those Pouakai are going to put up a tough fight tonight. Well,
they certainly have an excellent handle on this format of the game. They've been playing good basketball, and you see the form that both teams are coming in on. Don't be surprised about those first 3 losses by the Kahu, because the last 2 have been in form.
Yeah, they were really sharp, and again, that's bringing a couple players down from the Tauihi game and bringing up their average points per game early on. They weren't putting that many points on the board. As you can see, shooting a little bit low from the field, 30% from field goal range, and kind of low for both teams from the 3-point line as well, but that could be the format of this game. You're looking to push the ball, looking to push the pace, maybe trying to rush those 3-point shots, when in the Tauihi game you've got a little bit more time. So it'll be interesting to see how they do tonight, but they've got such a dominant force inside with Penina, so look to see a lot of those shots coming from the interior.
And welcome to our coin officials. Referees Brad Clive, Sharon Martin, and Daniel Kuj will be blowing the whistles this evening in both versions of the game as they check for a proper basketball. Got to get that correct inflation to make it bounce properly. Jody Cameron with some last-minute strategy before we get into this. And when teams come into this game, there's a lot of pace to be played, but if you've got starting level talent in your Rapid League team, do you think you should look to push that pace at the same rate?
Oh, absolutely. Especially you want to limit their minutes, because you know they've got a big game following the Rapid League. So again, push it early, push it often, and then get those players off the court to save them for the Tauihi League. But again, it just depends on how the other team's playing as well. And I know the Pouakai, they're going to be pushing the pressure as well. So it's going to be a fascinating game between the two. An interesting rematch, because it's a completely different lineup for both teams than the first time they played.
Yeah, it is going to be interesting, especially in the coaching staff. Coach Cam Wilson in for Josh Thompson, who's away with Lincoln University at the 3x3 World University Games, ably assisted by Judd Flavel. As we see the Kahu ready to take the court, and Penina Davidson, she has been in fine form of late in the Tauihi, but this will be her first taste of the Rapid League. Interesting to see how she's going to adjust.
Yeah, it's a completely different game. It's similar to going from 5-on-5 to 3-on-3. It'll be a much quicker pace. You don't have time to sit and work through your offense. It's quick, and just like that, the quarters finish. You look up and it's 2 minutes left, and it feels like you haven't been playing that long. But again, that's the whole point of the Rapid League. It's fast-paced, and it's short, it's quick, and it's basically up to the players because there's only one team timeout, and it is a Sky City player timeout, and you're only allowed one of those per half. So no coach involvement in those, and it's definitely up to the players. And I like that fact about this, is that they're in control.
Sounds like a player's dream. No coach input. Let's get out there and hoop. Sharon Martin route to throw it up for the tip-off, and we are underway in Whangarei for the initial game of the season up north. Thank you to the far north for joining us as Boston Nesbitt gets it to the free throw line, tossing it around the corner as you see the shot go up for Maddie Morrow. Morrow can't find it, but back in transition with a lot of pace immediately. And it drops right off the bat for the Kahu as Keely Tinney finds the range.
Oh, I love that shot from Keely Tinney. No hesitation, just got straight up to the line, shot it, and that's what we like to see from her. We haven't seen much of that this season, but shooting it way more confidently tonight.
Millie Knight gets the ball at the elbow, goes straight to the cup, loses control of the basketball because I think Panina Davidson got a hand in there to jostle it and regain possession for the Kahu.
Yeah, absolutely. She had some great defense there, got a hand on it. Was able to create that turnover. It's Crystal bringing the ball up the floor.
On the wing, lining things up. Ball rolls around Crystal Ledger-Walker. Lines it up, likes it, and drops it.
We talked about the three-point percentage not being that high prior to the start of this game, but the way this Kahu are starting, it looks like a different story.
Olivia O'Neill goes for the drive, and again, quick hands from the Kahu, knock the ball out of bounds. This time possession stays with the Pouakai, who will try their hand at a baseline out of bounds. A second look at Crystal Ledger-Walker. Got to get a hand up or she's going to drop that down on the sideline. Olivia O'Neill looking into the post. Boston Nesbitt goes to the spin move and the step through. Can't find the range, but whistled for a travel. Excellent defense by Panina Davidson early.
Yeah, great job by Panina there. I like the move there by Nesbitt. Just got to keep that pivot foot down. You got to dribble before you pick up that pivot foot.
Coming off the on-ball screen, Crystal Ledger-Walker finding space on the free throw line. Lines it up from deep again. Doesn't get the bounce, but over the back call to Olivia O'Neill as the Kahu had excellent position inside with Keely Tinney doing some work on the glass.
Yeah, generally speaking, it's usually the offensive team crashing the boards, reaching over the top, but Keely able to find a better position than Olivia on that last play.
Nice execution on the baseline. Panina Davidson finds Asia Anderson, who tickles nothing but twine with the 15-footer.
Yeah, beautiful find there by Panina. She didn't try too hard to go to the basket, but Asia was wide open at the TAB.
Olivia O'Neill likes it, lines it up, does not find the measure. Panina Davidson with the rebound and initiating the break. Boston Nesbitt tries to pressure her a bit, but Panina Davidson immune to the pressure as she sets up for the Crystal Ledger-Walker baseline pass. And once again, we see Asia Anderson dropping the bucket.
Asia's got such a nice shot from inside the key, and it was a great find from Crystal, doing exactly what she does, and a good find from the Pouakai to Nesbitt, rolling to the basket uncontested.
Yeah, and of course that score is a little bit off right now. We will keep you updated. It is 10-2 at the moment, and the Kahu are lining it up. Panina Davidson in the post up. Hard pass over the shoulder, ends up in a turnover.
Yeah, that would have been a beautiful play. Just a little bit strong on that pass, a little bit far to the left for Keely. I think Keely was set in her ways and just couldn't manage to wrangle that pass in.
And there we see the 10-2 scoreline. Kahu off to a fantastic start, as they have been since they've changed their strategy. Boston Nesbitt gets into the painted area, flips it over to Millie Knight, who shows some patience at the elbow before she takes it off the spin move and the step through for almost two. Can't get the bucket, but keeps possession.
Oh, the Pouakai is showing some fancy footwork underneath. Great move there, just got to get that finish, especially against tough defense.
When you get the opportunity, you need to take advantage of it. Boston Nesbitt on the wing again. Quick hands. Bailey Flavel's checked into the ball game. Boston Nesbitt has it against her in the post, uses her strength. And the second effort, unsuccessful as well. Millie Knight had a look upside, and that is a shot clock violation on the missed shot.
Yeah, just that unawareness from the Pouakai. Didn't realize that it did not hit the rim, and that's something that you got to pay attention to, especially when you're down 10-2. You've got to get a shot up.
when it shot off, I actually thought it did hit the rim. So
maybe that's what they're talking about now.
Incorrect by me, but I think I missed that because they're all lined up and coming through now. Is the ball coming back down, and they are going to be showing the press defense. Ball will belong to, oh, well, there it is, the Pouakai. So perhaps I was correct.
Yeah, you were correct.
First time for anything, Casey.
We'll give you that one. So Pouakai with another chance here. Hopefully, there's only a minute left in this quarter. They need something to happen here on this play.
Ball inbounded by Lauren Hippolyte. He gets it back up, coming off the handoff. The step back, long two, goes missed, but nice rebound there, pulled in by Tarai Elia.
Ooh, and Millie Knight showing some range from D. What a shot. Saw her warming those up prior to the game. Must have been nailing it. Looking good from behind the arc.
Well, Millie Knight came into this Rapid League game 0 for 1 in the Rapid League format from behind the arc. So she'll be happy to be scoring that bucket early in this one, finding her eye and cutting that Kahu deficit, or that deficit to the Kahu, to just 5 points.
Yeah, again, in this Rapid League, you don't have many opportunities to get your shots up, so you have to make them count.
Crystal Ledger-Walker feels the Hippolyte pressure, gets it up to Flavo, straight into Davidson. Quick spin move, the step through, and the bucket.
Just too strong, too big, too much experience from Penina Davidson. Excellent finish.
Millie Knight finding some pace, and a nice pass to Bossa Nesbitt in the paint, who does the rest of the work off the glass.
And answering right back is Bossa Nesbitt. She is a force underneath the basket.
And just 12 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Most likely the Kahu will take the last shot. Looks like an on-ball up high between Ledger-Walker and Davidson. She denies the on-ball, goes the other way. The step back off one. What skill shown to close things out in the first.
What a nice finish to a spectacular quarter from the Kahu. Super efficient shooting from them, as we see here on the replay. Just a nice little one-legged fadeaway. Classic stuff from Crystal Ledger-Walker.
And not bad defense was forcing her to the screen was Lauren Hippolyte, but just a nice bit of skill shown by Crystal Ledger-Walker, who may be on the top of the list of most fit players in the competition this season.
Absolutely. I think between her and Lauren Hippolyte, obviously you see them both putting up some pretty massive minutes, but I'm not sure Crystal Ledger-Walker checks out of many games.
And speaking of massive, how about the large 100 pepperoni black garlic pizza? There's 100 pepperonis on there.
I don't believe it.
You got to count them. You're 99, 100. And the online code KICKS, online only. Use that QR code. It's valid until Tuesday, August F. Just $30 for 100 pepperoni. That's like $3 $3.30 a pepperoni. Great value.
That's actually really good. You go to the supermarket.
That's nowhere close to what the value is. It's like 30 cents a pepperoni.
30 cents. Yeah. I think bad maths there. But you go to the supermarket, there's no way you're getting that many pepperonis for that cheap of a price, along with a pizza base and some sauce. What a steal.
The South steal, so to speak, as we open up the second quarter. The Kahu doubled up on the Pouakai, 14-7. And the Pouakai looking to apply a little pressure. Lauren Hippolyte up over half court. Once again, Bailey Flavel into the post. Penina Davidson, double comes a little bit late. She finds Ledger-Walker, but not until after the whistle is blown. Yeah,
again, Maddie coming in with her hand over the top of the ball. That's an obvious foul call, especially when the big is making a move. You can't swipe over the top of her arms. Easy call from the referee.
Leading scorers in that first quarter, Crystal Ledger-Walker, 5 points, 4 for Asia Anderson. Keely Tinney with 3, and Penina Davidson 2. And 2 for Bossa Nesbitt, 2 for Lauren Hippolyte, and 3 for Millie Knight, as Crystal Ledger-Walker can't find the layup, but 9 seconds left on the shot clock. It goes up, it misses. Oh, Penina Davidson doing the work inside.
She's just too strong underneath the basket. Great job cleaning up that offensive board and getting the finish down low.
Olivia Neal feeling the pressure of young Bailey Flavel. He's doing a nice job aggressively defending. Lauren Hippolyte finds her again, and Bossa Nesbitt will line things up from the elbow as the shot clock is down to 9 seconds. Into the paint, the spin moves, the step through, and the block by Penina Davidson.
Yeah, just the patience there by Penina. She has got all the experience in the world. She knows she's going to stay down, especially on a younger Nesbitt, and she timed that block perfectly.
Substitutions come into the game. And the Pouakai inbound. Nice find from Lauren Hippolyte. Olivia O'Neill with the finish.
Oh, great cut to the basket. Good find. That's some simple basketball that they need right now. Down by 7.
Coming on the other end, AJ Anderson finds Crystal Ledger-Walker onto the wing, into Penina Davidson. Goes to work again, but can't find the measure this time around.
She had 3 Pouakai defenders on her on that possession. Definitely drawing a lot of attention as Bassa Nesbitt crashes into the goalpost. Fortunate for the padding there.
Fortunate for the smile. She seems okay. Just rub some dirt on it.
Yeah, you'll be right.
Yeah, you're up north now. You got to be tough. Take another look at dribbling full court. Penina Davidson with a professional foul, taking away the 2 points.
Yeah, exactly. If you're going to foul, you got to foul hard, especially on a fast break layup.
Got to use them up. There's surely no way you can foul out in 16 minutes.
No.
I mean, I'm sure many have, including myself, but Rapid League maybe not.
Yeah, definitely not in this league. But that's what you're going to see. You're going to see a lot more aggressive defense, and just like you saw there from Penina, hard foul and not giving up the easy 2.
Those are her first free throws of the Rapid League season, and she's able to split the pair to bring the Pouakai 1 point closer. 2 buckets is the difference now as the Kahu find their way up. Baseline dribble into the corner. Bailey Flavel lets it go, can't get it, but offensive board work by Asia Anderson, not enough to keep possession.
Nah, not enough. But you can see when the shots go up and they hit the rim, you can tell the rims are very forgiving. So we'll look to see a lot of shots going in, bouncing in, shooter's touch, or soft rims. We don't know, but look for that on the next shot.
Bassa Nesbitt picks up the loose ball. Lauren Hippolyte, the quick reversal, and Millie Knight tries to find the cutter. Hippolyte defended well by Crystal Ledger-Walker there.
Heads-up play there by Crystal, just showing her experience on defense. And the pass inside to Penina. I think that's a foul on Nesbitt.
Worked the on-ball well in transition, and a find of Penina Davidson underneath, who is starting to rack up not just attention underneath, but buckets as well.
Yeah, exactly. Having her presence inside is going to draw a lot of attention from the defense. As you see, she sometimes has 2 to 3 to 4 defenders on her, but still manages to find a way to get to the bucket and the foul.
In her first Rapid League game of the season, knocks down 2 from the TAB. Substitutions in, and an 8-point lead with 2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining here in the second quarter of tonight's Rapid League game between the Sal's Mainland Pouakai and the BNZ Kahu, Northern Kahu. Oh, nice pass there. Lauren Hippolyte unable to get the left-hand layup to go, and Crystal Ledger-Walker completes it with the rebound.
Yeah, those are the plays that you have to finish. You're so wide open on that layup. It's on your strong side. Gotta focus. I think might have been worried about getting the foul, but you gotta focus on the rim, get that ball in the hoop. As Penina Davidson just again showing her dominance inside.
Gets the 2 after faking the handoff and getting to the area. Lauren Hippolyte bringing the ball up the court. A lot of pressure from young Bailey Flavel, who gets whistled for the foul after knocking it on the other side of half court.
I like that from Flavel. You got to put that pressure on early, not allow Lauren to see the floor as she comes out of the game, sorry. And you'll see the pressure returning here. Really well done from Bailey.
Working the on ball, the pass over the top, and Bailey Flavel gets her hand in the passing lane, creates the steal, starts to break the other way, dribbling to the bucket, exploratory in the paint, but finds Penina Davidson on the outside, who lets it fly and lets it drop.
Like I said, some very forgiving rims tonight. As you can see, this might be some of the highest scoring efforts from the Kahu in the first half of this season.
And Olivia Neal finds Millie Brown on the wing. Coming across, Maddie Mora on the wing to Olivia Neal again, and the left-hand layup with contact gets the drop.
Just enough of a soft touch to get that roll in. A great drive by Olivia O'Neal.
Well, Crystal Ledger-Walker right to the elbow and likes the shot, doesn't get to the drop. Olivia O'Neal coming the other way, onto the wing. Elia Tarai finds Nesbitt underneath, another step through. Penina Davidson doesn't go for the fake. 10 seconds on the clock for Olivia O'Neal with a mismatch into the post. Nesbitt, spin move left, off the rim, into Davidson's hands.
Oh, Nesbitt showing some excellent footwork underneath the hoop. She's not getting the finish she wants at the moment, but look for her to continue to attack.
And a chance for the Kahu to close out the second quarter like they did the first. Coming off the on-ball, Crystal Ledger-Walker with the shot clock running down from deep is denied.
Good shot by Crystal. She's got the green light, so if she's open, she's going to take it.
Well, excellent pace shown in that first half by the Northern Kahu, really getting up early with 14 points in that opening quarter before holding the Pouakai to just 5 in the second quarter. And that good defense certainly what has set them up for what should be a second half where they can continue their form.
Yeah, exactly. They're heads up. They've got their head on a swivel. They're getting a tip on all the passes from the Pouakai cutters. So doing a great job defensively, just like you said. And on offense, just super efficient shooting as they are shooting about 56% from the field and 50% from the three-point line. So that's a much better stat than they have done so far this season.
Thanks to the official stats partner of Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa, the TAB, bringing those stats to you. I certainly find it interesting that they got up 6 3-pointers in that first half at 50%. Did the Kahu 60% from beyond the arc. Winning the rebound battle a little bit tighter, 7-6. Neither team really passing the basketball that well, just 1 assist apiece, but we're seeing good execution in that one-on-one game.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what you kind of want to see. You want to see these players develop, and you want to see them take charge, be confident, show a little bit more flair to their game. And, you know, I like Nisbet's footwork right now. She's going against a very experienced Penina Davidson, and she's not backing down.
Both teams have 6 points in the paint. What is interesting, 3 turnovers for the Pouakai, just 1 for the Kahu, and 2 of those turnovers were steals for the Kahu. Active hands, creating opportunities, and denying the Pouakai those chances in the half court.
Yeah, they're doing a great job defensively, and it's showing on the offensive side of things. Defense always leads to offense, so hopefully for the Pouakai, they can pick it up on the defensive end and try to, you know, use their speed, use their athleticism down the floor, and push this Kahu defense.
Leading scorers in the first half, Penina Davidson 11 leading all scorers, 5 for Crystal Ledger-Walker. For the Pouakai, Olivia O'Neill with 4 points, Bossa Nesbitt with 3 rebounds, Penina Davidson 3, multiple Pouakai players with 1. Crystal Ledger-Walker 3 rebounds for herself, and then 1 assist for each team. Bailey Flavel and Lauren Hippolyte, the unselfish ones.
Yeah, so hopefully a few more assists, a little bit more offense going into this second half. But again, Penina Davidson, Pouakai have got to shut her down if they want to have a chance at this game.
Well, the second half tips off with the Olivia O'Neill getting the ball, initiating the offense as Maddie Morrow tries to get the ball to Millie Knight, who's aggressively getting to that free throw line, and the shot clock down to 10 seconds as Olivia O'Neill gets fouled up top by Rengi?
Rihanna
Rengi.
Yeah. So I thought that was going to be an offensive foul on the screener, as that's been a point of emphasis this season, but Rihanna just a little bit too aggressive trying to fight through that screen.
Coming off the Millie Knight screen, Olivia O'Neill trying to get the ball in the post, but Asia Anderson too aggressive. 4th steal of the game for the Kahu.
A crucial steal as well, as Millie Knight had Rihanna pinned behind her for the mismatch in the post.
Onto the wing. Rengi finds Crystal Ledger-Walker up high, coming off a Penina Davidson screen. Aggressive defense forces the ball into the corner as Asia Anderson tries to find a teammate and eventually does. Rengi can't find the line, but rebound to the Pouakai.
Yeah, a little bit hesitant there from Asia Anderson. She could have easily taken that shot, but trying to be unselfish, passing the ball out.
And the ball flies out of Lauren Hippolyte's hand. Can't find it, but Bossa Nesbitt does the work on the glass for the putback, giving Penina Davidson a little bit of her own medicine.
Yeah, she's working hard underneath. Penina Davidson looked like she was conserving a little bit of energy on that last play. Just let her have that layup. But still have a comfortable lead.
Asia Anderson looking into the post, swings it to the other side of the court. As Keely Tinney like to step back, can't find the range. Olivia O'Neill pushing it ahead. Maddie Morrow can't hang on.
Yeah, in that situation, you've got to gather the ball first. You can't flag it when they pass it to you. You've got to collect it 2 hands. Make sure you get it, as you see here, the rebound by Nisbet and the putback. Well done by her.
Crystal Ledger-Walker initiating offense for the Kahu. Penina Davidson slowly shifts some space, gets the catch underneath, gets the contact, the hoop, the harm, off to the DAB for 3.
Yeah, 3 defenders on her yet again, and none of them fouled her hard enough to prevent that shot from going in. And a good job by Penina, as you see here. Crystal creating the space, and 3 defenders on 1, and she still managed to get the layup.
Well, 13 points now for Penina Davidson, putting together an impressive offensive performance as she is just unable to be contained by the Pouakai defense on the interior. Finishes it with the free throw, an excellent free throw shooter this season has Penina Davidson been. She is shooting 88.9% from the free throw stripe.
That is great for a big.
And that is her first free throw of the season for the Rapid League. Olivia O'Neill comes off, finds Boston Nesbitt off the arm ball. The shot is able to find the net after some soft touch. It's Penina Davidson barely can find any space on that baseline.
Yeah, interesting hoops situation here. I love the soft rims, but I'm not sure about the proximity to the baseline.
There's a Paul George nightmare coming up on this rim. Hopefully we don't see anything like that. Certainly a little bit close, but welcome. Thanks to Whangarei for having us up and putting it together. Anyways, ball out of bounds off the Pouakai. Looks like they're setting up defensively, but unable to get it in. The Kahu now swinging the ball to Olivia O'Neill to try and initiate offense and start to work off this 10-point deficit. Straight to the cup on Bailey Flavel. Read the defense well, got the opportunity, the hoop, and now a chance for 3.
Yeah, Flavel was standing straight up on defense. Olivia O'Neill did a great job getting her on her hip and just beating her to the basket. As you see here, Flavel standing straight up, not breaking down at all. You've got to sprint and try to beat her to the position and cut her off, or if you get beat, you got to foul her hard. You're not going to foul out of this game.
The 3-point play brings them to within 9 points as Crystal Ledger-Walker initiates offense, and Bailey Flavel comes off the Penina Davidson screen, inbounded or into the interior, and the strength of Penina Davidson knocks back the defender but doesn't get the bucket.
And Pouakai pushing the pace well now. They had an advantage, now they're slowing things down, and with a great back cut from Lauren Hippolyte. And they find Nisbet at the TAB, but just too strong on that one.
And the foul underneath on number 1, Elia. That's right, Elia, a little aggressive defensively. Inbound by Keely Tinney, and Crystal Ledger-Walker has not come out of this ball game yet. Doesn't look to be coming out anytime soon.
She doesn't even look like she's sweating. She's fine.
Into the elbow to Penina Davidson, who surveys the defense and takes advantage of her physical gifts to get into the paint. Unable to find the measure as the Pouakai initiate the break with speed. Knight gets the catch. Olivia O'Neill now slows the pace. Nesbitt on the wing. Lauren Hippolyte catch and shoot and make.
That looks like something she's been working on in the offseason. Such a quick release from Lauren Hippolyte. We've seen it in the Tauihi game. We've seen it in the Rapid League. Once that ball hits her hands, it's going up.
Well, about a 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. So the Kahu have 12 seconds left to get this one off. 4 points of difference. The Pouakai have worked their way back into the game, and now pace starting to leave the Kahu. Can they execute in the half court? Ledger-Walker off the on ball. The turnaround. Can't find the rim, but Penina Davidson working underneath. The hustle unrewarded once again. Keely Tinney this time. The hustle gets the bucket.
Yeah, great job by the Kahu to stick with that one. A little bit lackadaisical from the Pouakai defensively. You cannot allow the likes of Penina Davidson to crash the boards and give them the second chance. She got a hand on it, and then Keely Tinney was able to clean it up.
Another shot made at the end of a quarter as Coach Jody Cameron is looking up, and probably with the talent that she's got on the court there, would be a little surprised about the closeness of this ball game. A 28-22 6-point lead as the Pouakai are desperately trying to keep hold of their unbeaten record in the Rapid League.
Oh, they are scrapping out there. They are fighting tooth and nail, especially, you know, we say her name a lot because she's involved in a lot, but Penina Davidson is such a force underneath the basket. It's keeping the defense occupied, and they're doing a great job crashing on her, but they've got to prevent her from getting that shot or getting that pass inside. Maybe full frontal deny, I reckon, and then help from the backside, just to try to get this game even closer in this quarter.
Crystal Ledger-Walker, 5 points. Penina Davidson, 14 points. Boston Nesbitt 7, as is Olivia O'Neill. Crystal Ledger-Walker, Penina Davidson, and Boston Nesbitt yet to come out of the game. 12 minutes apiece for them. So looking like heavy minutes loads in what it's going to be an interesting game later on this evening in the Tauihi.
Well, Jody definitely wants this Rapid League win. She is leaving the likes of Penina and Crystal Ledger-Walker on the floor to try and get that win. But the Pouakai not giving it to them easily. They have made a great comeback in this second half.
Yeah, and have really shown some mettle coming up against a team with this starting level quality from the Tauihi. Penina Davidson trying to get the ball in the post. A tough angle, but well caught by Davidson, who sees a flurry of red jerseys before feeling the contact.
Yeah, again, Millie Knight just lost her balance there. She took that initial bump from Penina and then just fell backwards. You see her smiling there.
I just fell. All I did was fall down.
Yeah, I know I was supposed to guard her, but you know, I could not keep my footing.
And she, for her efforts, will get a substitution as Boston Nesbitt takes over the task, the honor, the need to try and guard Penina Davidson and keep her from finding some more efficiency.
And they find that's too easy of a pass. You've got to turn around. You cannot give her that easy of a look.
Well, a nice find by Crystal Ledger-Walker on the baseline. Penina Davidson up to 16 points now as you see Maddie Mora dribbling the ball onto the wing. Handoff to Elia, who gets the whistle but doesn't get the bucket. Off to the TAB for 2 attempts and a chance to keep this at a 2-possession game if she makes them both.
A tough drive there by Tarai. It was a great look. As you saw, Keely Tinney was denying that handoff as well as she could, but Tarai managed to get it and then drive in and find herself at the TAB. Again, Pouakai just scrapping their way through this game, still down by 8. Hopefully 7 after this free throw from Tarai, but the Pouakai have got to find a way to shut down Penina. As you can see, the Kahu are looking to get the ball into her. It's a very obvious strategy. It's a great strategy, and it's working for them.
That's right, Elia. Of course, late pickup. The Pouakai have a lot of players out with injury or personal reasons right now, so just signed and officially contracted today as Crystal Ledger-Walker with the step through can't get it, but Penina Davidson would have had it had the whistle not been blown. A 7-point lead with 3:15 to go, and the Kahu will inbound on the baseline under the bucket.
Yeah, again, another foul. Gave the Kahu another chance here. If you're Nisbet, do not let Penina catch the ball. Get your hands up. Don't make it an easy look. As you see, Crystal is staring her down. She wants to get her the ball.
The ball eventually inbounded into Penina Davidson. Crystal Ledger-Walker on the wing into the on-ball action. The quick drive, the step back, the 1-footer. Can't get it to find the net. Now Olivia O'Neill initiates the break the other way. 20 seconds on the shot clock for the Pouakai to try and cut this down to a 5 or possibly 4-point ball game. Back into the on-ball action. The head fake by Olivia O'Neill. And then the whistle on the pass attempt to Boston Nesbitt.
I like that from Olivia. She had a little bit of confusion on the defense. She had a mismatch. She had Penina on her. She just kept her dribble alive, allowed them to switch back, and then was able to manage to draw a foul.
A quick inbounds to Boston Nesbitt, looking for the pass. Millie Knight catches it up beyond the arc. The action's on the baseline, but Millie Knight decides it's in the paint. The pass to Elia, who gets the shot off the glass. Nice assist there, Millie Knight.
Yeah, good work there by Millie Knight. She set that play up beautifully. Excellent cutting by Tarai into the hoop to bring this lead down to 5. But Bailey Flavel extending it back to 7, uncontested to the hoop.
Great aggressiveness shown by the high schooler and the confidence as well. 2:14 left in the game. Olivia O'Neill with the crossover finds the key and finds a turnover. Crystal Ledger-Walker in the lane, pushing the pace on the other side of half court and trying to find the skip pass. And it goes up, it goes in for Rihanna Rangi.
Yeah, it was a beautiful shot. Beautiful find from Crystal. She's got excellent court vision. She knows where everybody's at, and she found Rihanna on that 3-ball.
Well, the backdoor pass by Millie Knight kicked out of bounds, and apparently off the hands of Lauren Hippolyte.
As you see the G.J. Gardner-Holmes replay there. Excellent shot by Rihanna. Millie Knight just a little bit too casual with that pass, I thought. She tried to weave it through the 2 defenders, and she did, but it just looked a little too casual, and they ended up getting the ball back, unfortunately.
Officials discuss it. Inbound to Boston Nesbitt. Elliott out high, Hippolyte on the drive, in the paint, the step back, the fadeaway, the kiss off the glass for two.
Excellent work. Footwork there by Lauren Hippolyte. Stopped on a dime, got the turnaround off the bank.
Well, back to a 6-point deficit with 1:30 to play. A stop is paramount here if they want to get the win. Crystal Ledger-Walker working the on-ball and now trying to get the ball into Penina Davidson. The double team will come at some point. There it is. And the charge is called before the turnover occurs.
That's about the third time Nisbet's hit the deck and the first time that she's been able to manage a charge call against Penina.
Well, third time is the charm then, because they couldn't have gotten it at a better time. 1:17 left. This drawer is still ajar for the Pouakai as they're dribbling down and must have their eyes set on a three, as Bailey Flavel is impressed defensively in this matchup here. Penina Davidson up high, finds the cutter down low. Basa Nesbitt does well to finish amidst the contact.
Yeah, great find there. Excellent cut to the basket. And just like that, they're within 6. We need to get a stop here, a quick shot, and then try to get another steal.
They're working the ball into Penina Davidson, who has the mismatch, which Lauren Hippolyte back out to Crystal Ledger-Walker, who has a mismatch of her own. Will use the dribble, the speed, the spin, the layup, the whistle. Off to the TAB for two with 37:50 and a chance to ice this game at the line.
Yeah, excellent job. That's the person you want to have the ball in their hands, as you saw her going to work with the mismatch against Nisbet. Good job fouling there by Nisbet, but that's not the girl you want to send to the line.
Well, was caught in the switch as Crystal Ledger-Walker hits the first, making it a 7-point ball game. 3 possessions now it's going to take, in 3 possessions in 37.5 seconds. Is a tough one to create. A chance now to bring it up to 8 points for Crystal Ledger-Walker. 7 points on the evening with those 2 makes. And putting the Kahu in excellent position to find the win, as we have a Sky City player timeout.
Great timeout call here by the Pouakai. Get a chance to advance the ball, meet with each other, but they're not allowed to talk to the coaches. Coaches have no involvement, just the players, and they'll have a chance here to hopefully get a good shot, maybe a 3-pointer to decrease this lead.
And of course, it's your chance to use that QR code, the Sky City player timeout. Ticket to the big game. Community tickets on hand for everyone. Thousands of tickets available. Use that QR code, fill it out, and find out if your community group is eligible to come catch the Tauihi action like this crowd up at McKay Stadium in Whangarei. A sold-out crowd expected tonight as the Pouakai inbound and start to look for a miracle. Olivia O'Neill searches on the step back, lets it up, missed. And we see Rangi with the rebound. Outlet to Crystal Ledger-Walker, who gets fouled by Lauren Hippolyte. And we'll head back to the sideline for the Kahu, as we are not yet in the bonus.
Yeah, good foul there by Lauren. Not allowing Crystal to burn any more time off the clock. As you know, if that ball's in her hand, she is not going to let it go.
Penina Davidson with the catch. Crystal Ledger-Walker looks like the Pouakai are not going to look to foul and send the Kahu to the line, so should get 2 more possessions in this ball game. Nice find. Tini goes to the corner, and Rihanna Rangi again from deep.
Another 3-pointer and another assist from Crystal Ledger-Walker. Oh no, that was Keely Tini, my bad.
Basa Nesbitt goes for the last shot of the ball game, and what was a close affair blows out a little bit in the end. 40-29, the final score, thanks to that beautiful Rangi triple from the quarter. 40-29 is the final score in this one. 16 points to Penina Davidson to lead all scorers. 9 for Basa Nesbitt in response for the Sal's and Mainland Pouakai. A great aperitif to the Tauihi game that would be kicking off at 7:30. So for Kason Buckman, this is Casey Frank. We say goodbye to you in the Rapid League game, and we'll see you shortly to tip things off in the Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa.
start from here. Just start from here, then we can just go.
Hello and welcome to McKay Stadium, Whangarei, as the BBNZ Northern Kahu take on the Recruitment Network Mainland Pouakai in tonight's round 4 game of GJ Gardner Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa in the land of the far north. The BBNZ Northern Kahu have brought a home game up. The Mainland Pouakai are looking for their first win of the season, and myself, Casey Frank, alongside Kason Buckman, are here to talk you through it today. Kason Buckman, what can we expect from tonight's game?
Well, I want to see the Pouakai get their first win of the season. Obviously, in the Rapid League, they've been doing well. Apart from tonight, they've still got 4 points on the board, but again, really struggling to find their way in the Tauihi League. And I'd like to see them come out firing tonight against this incredibly stacked Kahu team.
And we saw just previously the Kahu got a Rapid League win, number 3 on the season, taking away the Mainland Pouakai's unbeaten streak. Can the Mainland Pouakai take away their unwinning streak, get a win tonight against the Kahu, who are sitting in 3rd place, the Pouakai in 4th, the Phi coming up the rear in last place, the Tokomanoa Queens. This wins the Toiho, but because of that Rapid League in 1st place. And let's take a look at the upcoming games this week. Friday, August 4th, from Tauranga, we're going to have the Phi against the Southern Hoiho. And another matchup on Sunday afternoon down in Te Aroa Paraha Arena in Porirua. We've got the Tokomanoa Queens. And now we've got the BBNZ Northern Kahu and the Mainland Pouakai up north. The pregame hands taking a look at the Recruitment Network Pouakai's starting lineup. We've got Jasmine Dickey, Natasha Mack, Sean Rabati, Kendall Jeremiah, and Ivy Brown in the starting lineup today. And just moments ago, we heard from interim coach Cam Wilson as Coach Josh Thompson is away with Lincoln University's 3x3. Let's hear what he had to say.
All right, Cam, acting head Pouakai coach tonight. So Amari Thomas and Panea Davidson have been playing off each other very well to start the season. What is the key going to be to limiting their effectiveness tonight?
Yeah, well, they're both extremely talented players. You can tell it by the stat sheets and the MVP votes for sure. For us, it's just been physical, making sure that we've actually got a defensive presence felt today, making sure that they can't play their game. They're going to have to play what we want them to play.
All right, and then Sean Rabati is scoring the ball well to start the season. Where will you look to get her involved tonight?
Yeah, I think our offense is set up pretty well to be able to get her just in the flow of things naturally. She does really well playing off others when we're able to penetrate and create for her off that. So just sticking to our team game, she'll end up finding her shots and getting them up for sure.
All right, awesome. Good luck, Coach.
Well, thanks for the time, Coach Wilson, as we take a look at the BNZ Northern Kahu starting lineup. Starting with Aotearoa Leach, Jason Tinney, Ashley Udaseki, Amari Thomas, and Tara Reed. And it is a powerful lineup when they are at their best. Jody Cameron, coach of the Northern Kahu, caught up with us not too long ago to share her thoughts on this evening's game.
All right, Jody, good to see you. Amari Thomas and Penina Davidson have formed quite a partnership in the front court. How have you been managing their overlapping skills to find balance on the offensive end?
Well, it's working so far. You know, there's a lot of chemistry and that high communication, and they're pros. This is what they do day in, day out. You know, and I've been working with them to make sure that we get the right chemistry going and the flow, and it's paying off.
All right, and then Jasmine Dickey has put on her best performance of the season and showed off a versatile game at their last time out. So how do you look to limit her effectiveness tonight?
Well, good defense, you know, and hopefully that she doesn't see the ball. We're going to have to make sure that there's a lot of pressure on the ball before she gets to it, and just denying her those easy catches.
All right, good luck, Jody. Thank you.
Well, thanks to the coaching staffs of both teams for their time before this one. And let's take a look at the head-to-head. What do you see in the stats there, Kason?
I mean, Amari Thomas has just been a dominant force inside, as we all know, averaging 24 points a game. But head-to-head with Dickey, I'd like to see that matchup tonight. And you see Davison pulling down lots of boards as Ledger Walker's distributing the ball well. But Kennedy Leonard, 8 assists, leading them. I'm not sure she's playing tonight. She is out with an injured ankle, so she will not be on the floor tonight. And again, Ezra McGoldrick as well is going to be out for the Pouakai. So a couple of massive stats missing for this Mainland Pouakai team. They're going to have some players step up big tonight.
Yeah, when you see the number of injuries, it is going to make things difficult, but that's why they play the games, because you never know. As we take a look at our coin officials for the day, referees Brad Clive, Sharon Martin, and Danielle Kuj will be blowing the whistles tonight. And it's going to, at times, it could be a lot of whistle blowing, because this Kahu squad especially, they like to impose their will physically on the opposition. They play a lot of time down in the paint, a lot of time trying to get those post-up opportunities.
Yeah, exactly. And with the introduction of the 6 personal fouls in this league, you have that extra foul to give. So especially against the likes of Amari and Davidson, you've got to get physical with them in return. Don't let them bump you off. As we saw in the Rapid League, Penina Davidson just showing her strength and versatility inside.
Well, on the opposition floor for the Mainland Pouakai, I have been impressed of late, not only by Jasmine Dickey, but Sean Robati. Back-to-back 20-plus point games and playing with great efficiency. Not only is she scoring well in the post, as she's shown that ability to do as of late, but really nice from deep, shooting 46.7% from the three-point line.
Yeah, look, she's just a solid player, and she is in some of the best shape I've seen her in since I've known her, Sean Rabati. She's done well in the offseason, and she is strong. Like, she looks slim, but she has not lost an ounce of strength, and she is a great, strong post player.
Another recipient of those Adams genes, and using that DNA efficiency to great use once again. And nice to see our league blessed by Sean's talents. And well, I'm really looking forward to seeing who's going to be able to control the pace. You mentioned the Kahu like to play that half-court game. They have the ability to run. But to me, when you look at the personnel the Pouakai have tonight, they are certainly going to have to try and just push that pressure up a little bit, get some speed going to make some inroads.
Yeah, you nailed it in the head. They have an advantage with speed and running up and down the floor, whereas the Kahu definitely have a taller lineup. They've got stronger players, so if you push the pace against them, you're going to have a much better chance than letting them get set in defense, because obviously they are a physical force underneath the basket. So they're going to have to shoot well tonight, and they're going to have to be physical on defense.
And another matchup that I'm interested to see is Kendall Hanamaya has been playing the point with Kennedy Leonard out and has shown some nice versatility, has gotten those assists in her game up to 4 a game, 12.7 points, 5 rebounds, an overall game that's going to be well matched when Crystal Ledger Walker comes in off the bench.
Yeah, but Crystal Ledger Walker, she doesn't allow the person that she's guarding to get the ball. She's just full denial on the wing, which is great, but it's also very exhausting. And so I'm hoping Kendall Hermaya will give her a little bit of a challenge on the wing and at the point position.
And right off the bat, Jasmine Dickey gets the ball in hand, gets the ball on the hoop. Can't stay there, Kendall Hermaya. Gets the whistle, though, as some aggressive offensive play to tip things off.
Yeah, I like that from the Pouakai, coming out strong and quick with that first shot, sticking with the offensive rebound, which is something that they need to do against this Kahu squad.
Well, Kendall Hermaya will inbound from the sideline. Looks up Ivy Brown with the catch. Finds Jasmine Dickey around to Hermaya. Traceline drive, reverse, and gets the net.
She likes that matchup between her and Aotearoa. Aotearoa, am I saying that right? Aotearoa. And a great drive there by Kendall Hermaya. And again with the pressured defense.
I appreciate your confidence in my rail. Believe it is Aotearoa, and she drives to the cup here, gets Dickey up in the air and gets the bucket in the basket.
Tarari, she is a weapon on the wing. She is not scared to drive that ball in, as you see there, but no one really challenged her. Easy layup for her.
To the wing, her body looking inside. Tasha Mack gets the bucket using that size to great effectiveness.
Yeah, great entry pass as well. When you've got an athletic post like that, you have the ability to chuck it up in the air because she's going to jump up and get it. Good find and good feed from Rabati from the wing, as you see the replay here, and an excellent finish, just elevating above the defense.
Back coming the other way, Ivy Brown called for the foul. So the Kahu inbound and the drive by Leach. Oh, sorry, is that Aotearoa Leach gets the bucket, gets the foul, and already showing off how her hustle is going to pay dividends.
Oh yeah, it was an excellent drive there by Aotearoa Leach. Just taking that contact, getting the finish. Find yourself at the TAB for the and one.
At the TAB line, and speaking of the TAB, join the TAB, deposit $10 and get a free $50 bonus bet. T's and C's apply, restricted to over 18s, and make sure you bet responsibly. Setting up in the half court into Tasha Mack at the elbow. Now Sean Rabati with that three-point stroke, finds it again, nothing but the bottom of the net.
Beautiful stroke from Sean Rabati. Another part of her game that she's worked on, as you can tell. That was such a sweet stroke.
Terrell Reed has the ball, skip pass over to the other side. Leach drives into the paint, gets it rejected by Ivy Brown. And that will be Kahu ball on the baseline.
Excellent defense there, reading that play extremely well. Super effective, got a hand on it. Kahu with another chance here.
And out the multitude of players, opportunities abound, and this squad is happy to have them. Jason Tinney had no options, and we get the wedgie.
The wedgie. Tasha Mack got up there, but unable to wedge it out.
So we may have to call over one of the, yeah, we got official gets the broom. Thank you to the Moppets. And now it'll be ball baseline, jump ball called. That will go to the Pouakai, or maybe not. On the jump ball, that will go to the Kahu. As Tasha Mack tried to talk her way into it, but wasn't able to do so.
I understand her case. They shot the ball. They should have got the ball back, but obviously they could have bounced off the rim, and then they could have got the offensive rebound. So it's only fair to call it a jump ball.
And Thomas can't find the hook on the baseline. Mack with the rebound. Hermaya up the court. Nice fast break action. Rabati in the post. Does she have the skill? She has the will. She's got the two.
With the and one, and she slid all the way from under the basket to outside the three-point line. Excellent job by Rabati, using her athleticism well. And again, the Pouakai pushing the pace, reading the scouting report well, executing, as you see here, Rabati with the finish over the top of Amari Thomas.
The early attack on Thomas pays dividends. Three-point play from the TAB. And the Pouakai off to a fast start, as they have used the transition to great effect. Leach inbounds to Tinney, coming around to Ash Udaseki on the sideline. To Terrell Reed, waiting for the Thomas screen, finding the defense from the body, and then the swing back to Tinney for three. can't find it. Thomas can't get work done on the boards, but the hustle by Terrell Reed rewarded. The skip pass to the weak side. Aotearoa lets it go and wants it go in.
Yeah, too open for Aotearoa. An excellent shot. Way to stick with that play for the Kahu. Got the offensive rebound. Tasha Mack upset at herself. She had the ball in her possession, but just fell, got it knocked out, and the Kahu capitalized.
Ball back in the hands of Kendall Hermai. She's got the mismatch down low for Tasha Mack. They can't find a way to get to the ball as the shot clock is coming down. Tasha Mack puts it up and finds it from about 14.
Oh, it was a beautiful job there by Jasmine Dickey, drawing the defense in off that drive, and just an easy pass right over the top to Natasha Mack.
Ball goes over to Jason Tinney on the wing, comes off the Amari Thomas attempt at a screen. Looking for some Oshmans. Ashley Desecki inside the fadeaway. Looks good, is good.
Yeah, good post up there by Ashley Desecki, using her experience well, using her body. This Kahu team just stacked with strong physical posts underneath.
And off the on ball. Looking once again for the mismatch in the post on the switch. Tasha Mack using that strength with ease, gets the two off the bank.
Yeah, that is a big-time mismatch. I'm not sure if Kahu are sitting in a zone at the moment, but again, Aotearoa should not be guarding Natasha Mack.
Tinney matched up on the ball there by Kendall Hedemaya. Sean Rabati cannot defend Jason Tinney from getting to the cup.
Yeah, not much of a challenge there for the Pouakai. Gave Jason quite an easy lane to the basket. Good job finishing from her.
Sean Rabati kicks it over to Kendall Hermaya. Tasha Mack on the elbow. The handoff to Dickey, who's been quiet and quiet still as Terrell Reed forces the steal. Off to Tinney and going the other direction. Nice kick ahead. Leach to the key to Thomas for three. Can't get it. But the hustle by Terrell Reed underneath rewarded with another bucket, and we're all tied up at 14.
Yeah, excellent job by the Kahu, who are averaging 11 offensive rebounds per game. So something they've got to look out for, the Pouakai. They've got to keep them off the offensive boards as Jasmine Dickey capitalizes and gets her first bucket of the game.
Hasn't had a lot of ball in hand, but takes advantage of that one as Aotearoa comes back the other way, initiating offense. Tinney up high, Udaseki to Reed. Back the other we go, off the all ball, looking for Thomas on the interior, finds her in the mid-range. Shot clock running down, Terrell Reed with the ball in hand on the drive, gets the whistle, will head to the TAB stripe for two attempts with 4:57 to go left in the first quarter.
Terrell Reed is so great at finding herself at the TAB. She shot 27 of 37 so far this season, all while missing a game or two with injury. She's shooting the ball at 73%, but again, she just knows how to take that contact, and she doesn't let it deter her, and she gets to the basket.
And nice all-around season for Terrell Reed. 17 points, 7 rebounds, 3.8 assists, and that effort has been rewarded on the back of a professional season in Finland. We'll be heading over to the WNBL next season or in Australia to play for the Melbourne Boomers.
That's quite a team to represent, isn't it?
So maybe join for some Kiwi talent. They would always seem to have some. As we see the Pouakai swing the ball to Dickey, the on ball with Sean Rabati. Nice defense by Ash Udaseki, making it difficult. But Jasmine Dickey can't find the range from 17.
Excellent job by Ash. She's just a solid defensive player for this Kahu squad as Terrell Reed goes coast to coast yet again. And Ash getting the offensive rebound. Back into Thomas, can't get the finish, but gets her on rebound and bullies her way to another easy two.
Coming back the other way, Olivia O'Neill will look to even things up. The kick over to Boston Nesbitt, the inbound to the post. Sean Rabati, looked like some contact, was some contact. There's the whistle. Initially, those hands were not quite as straight as Ashley Udaseki tried to portray they were.
She's selling it though, selling her case. But again, great job by Sean, posting up inside as you see the replay here. Thomas getting her own board. The first time these teams matched up, Sean had a bit of a quiet game. Now, it's a completely different ball game tonight. As you see, she's lighting it up from the three and really using her body down low. It'll be a different story now that Penina Davidson's back in the game. It won't be as easy to bully her, but look forward to that matchup for the rest of this quarter.
Well, the Pouakai are playing fantastic basketball right now, shooting 7 for 9 from the field. Is that efficiency for them, or is that a lack of defensive intensity for the Kahu?
Exactly. Is it? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll just have to find out, see how it plays out.
You're the expert here, Case, and I'm asking you the question. You give your opinion.
But it has been a little bit slack at times, but with Crystal Ledger-Walker back in the game, look for that defensive intensity to increase.
Panina Davidson, nice deep catch on the post position. The cross screen enabled her to get that low catch in the block, the foul, off to the TAB for 2 with 3:54 to go and a chance to tie it up.
And Panina Davidson just checked into the game about 20 seconds ago, and you see the Kahu very first play, get the ball into her and let her go to work. As you see, showing her efficiency from the line. She is an excellent free throw shooter.
Yeah, shooting the ball at 89%, probably more than that now on these two makes. Getting closer and closer to 90 as we are all tied up. As the Kahu now with their full lineup in the ball game. The starters that started in the Rapid League are now playing with them as Jasmine Dickey comes in, steps through on Terrell Reed, goes with the left to show off the skill.
Oh yeah, it's a complete skill set with Jasmine Dickey. Use the pivot well, switch to the left, and a great shot from the TAB.
Jason Tinney tries the lob, doesn't get enough height on it. Shauna Rabadi pushes the ball in transition, thinks the better of it. Now Olivia O'Neill will look for Jasmine Dickey, who's showing great pace with the ball in hand. Crossover to the cup, the layup. Speed kills, and it got Panina Davidson there.
Yeah, exactly. That mismatch is what you want if you're the Pouakai. You've got Panina Davidson, who's probably not as quick as Jasmine Dickey, and Jasmine Dickey took advantage of that. So that's exactly what they're going to need to do this game. Any mismatch, you have to take advantage of it.
Cross screen to get Amari Thomas the ball in the low boat, and she makes it look easy from there.
She really does, and she's only 5'10", so she's not that tall for a post down low.
5'10", I have not been seen in person yet, was Olivia O'Neill, but that is surprising with her skill in the post. O'Neill with a nice layup there as the Pouakai showing an excellent response despite being a little short-handed this evening. Ball swings to Amari Thomas. Crystal Ledger-Walker with the skip. Jasmine Dickey, she is inserting her willpower on this ball game.
Yeah, excellent help in there by Jasmine Dickey. They know that the ball's going to go inside to either Thomas or Davidson. And you see here, Dickey showing her explosive first step past Panina Davidson.
Got the mismatch and took advantage of it. Natasha Mack will check back into the ball game. You see Asia Anderson. She's getting ready to set a screen, the cross screen, the down screen, looking for the ball on the baseline. Anderson with the ball from 14. Can't find the rim. And the Pouakai pushing it as Terrell Reed nearly picks that pass off in transition.
And talk about athleticism. Terrell Reed has got some of the best genetics I've seen. And she is putting it on display on defense, reading the passing lanes well, getting a hand on the pass. As she did on that last play.
O'Neill loses the footing, but regains control. And Dickey with pace coming off the handoff. Loves that step through the left hand. Reed cannot control the basketball, but Boston Nesbitt, the last player to knock it out of bounds for the Pouakai.
Yeah, it was a good drive, but again, we talked about the defense of the Kahu earlier, and on that last play, they didn't really have a hand up. She was just unfortunate to miss that layup. Again, when they're driving in, you have to challenge them, not give them such an easy lay-in.
Oh, nice pass by Asia Anderson there. Panina Davidson does the rest, surrounded by red jerseys, but not enough red to keep her from parting the seas for 2.
No, not at all. It was a great look right over the top, and Panina Davidson just imposing her will on the defense right now.
Well, 4 players in her vicinity. She stretches the lower back before she takes another attempt from the TAB, trying to continue her perfect form from there, and she does. Nothing but net. The Kahu down 1 point with just under 2 minutes to go. Olivia O'Neill nearly gets picked off there. Crystal Ledger-Walker aggressive on the ball. Kendall Hedemaya with speed. Can't find the jump shot from 15, but kept. Hedemaya, the pass, Nesbitt, the finish.
Excellent vision there by Hedemaya. She had Nesbitt right underneath the basket, slung it in from the top of the key, and Nesbitt able to finish. Oh, and a foul from Olivia O'Neill on the wing. As you see here, Natasha Mack was just able to get a fingertip on it, get it back out to Kendall, and Kendall found Nesbitt underneath.
And that will be the 5th personal foul on the Pouakai as assistant coach Judd Flavel lets her know where she went wrong trying to jump that passing lane. Asia Anderson on the line for 2 attempts from the TAB. The first one doesn't even look like it's touching the rim.
Yeah, it was an excellent shot there by Anderson. She is another solid player, an unsung, not so well known player amongst the media, but she is definitely a solid player for this Kahu team.
Who are you calling out, Casey? Who are you calling out?
I'm not calling out anybody.
You called somebody out. You said media.
I'm not calling anybody out.
Hand off to O'Neal, looks in the post, not much of an angle, but that is off the hands of the Kahu. Ball on the baseline with the shot clock running down.
The thing about Asia Anderson, she does the little things that don't always find their way on the stat sheet. Does the 1% nitty-gritty things that are necessary for a team win.
Ball into the hands of Mack to O'Neal, who finds Hademeyer coming off the screen on the baseline. Can't find the range from deep, and now Crystal Ledger-Walker initiates the break for the Kahu. Terrell Reed on the sideline, the handoff to Anderson, looking for Davidson in the post. On the skip pass, Crystal Ledger-Walker has the space, does not have the finish, but Panina Davidson's efforts rewarded with the whistle. Kahu keep possession and actually have free throws here.
Yeah, that was great defensive rotation from the Pouakai. Panina Davidson took an extra dribble when she could have kicked it across the court. But again, the Kahu, you see Panina Davidson at the line again. Defensively, they're trying to crash hard on her. They're trying to intercept that pass and not allow it to go in. Kahu doing a great job just sneaking it over the top of the defense's hands. Panina knocks down her first of 2.
Well, just over 3 minutes of play for Panina Davidson. Already 6 points, looking for 7 here. And I'm taking a look at the rebounds. That is 8 rebounds for the Kahu to 6 for the Pouakai. But 6 of those rebounds for the Kahu offensive. Lauren Hippolyte in the corner. Did she have a foot on the line? Oh, no, either way, it is good. From deep, D2 or a 3, 29-26. The Pouakai now lead, 40 seconds left in the quarter. Crystal Ledger-Walker gets the ball up high, and they're looking for Panina Davidson on the cross screen, the down screen action for Terrell Reed. Comes off, finds Davidson on the baseline, too strong.
Yeah, it was a good find there, just a little bit too much juice on that shot from Panina Davidson.
22 seconds left in the quarter, about a 4-second differential. Jasmine Dickey has the mismatch in speed on Thomas, finds some space, finds the bucket. 13 seconds left in this one as the ball will be inbounded. Coming back down, Crystal Ledger-Walker. 8 seconds to go in the quarter. Will she come off, keep it in her hands, or find one of her teammates? The drive to the rim, the space for Thomas up high. The sidestep, can't get a shot off. Too much time taken, and that is the first quarter. 31-26, the Pouakai lead the Kahu.
Now the Pouakai are doing a great job capitalizing on the mismatches, as you saw in that last replay there. Jasmine Dickey, obviously very quick athlete, explosive athlete, using the mismatch as well.
And we will be back after these messages with your second quarter in tonight's Tauihi action. And welcome back to McKay Stadium in Whangarei as the BNZ Northern Kahu find themselves at a 5-point deficit to the winless recruitment network Mainland Pouakai, who in that first quarter worked their way into a nice little lead.
Yeah, they did an excellent job off the back of 7 offensive boards from the Kahu. So something that they need to focus and hone in on in this second quarter and not give them the second chance opportunities.
Kendall Hedemaya coming into the dribble, looking for Tasha Mack down low. Can't find her. She does find Bassa Nesbitt, who uses the speed against Amari Thomas, and that speed gets herself a whistle as Amari Thomas cannot contain the drive.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they're going to need to do. Use their speed to their advantage, as they do have a little bit more of that than the Kahu. And taking care of business is Nesbitt at the line. Unfortunately left that first one short.
2 fouls now on Amari Thomas, the only player for the Kahu with 2, and on the Pouakai, 2 fouls for Ivy Brown, no one else with more than 1. Misses the second, and Amari Thomas comes the other way as the Kahu try and get into the offense. Thomas with the catch at the top of the circle, semicircle, looking for Davidson in the post is Crystal Ledger-Walker. She finds her. The double comes, but just in time to force the miss.
A hard double there from Lauren Hippolyte. It's exactly what you need to do if she catches that ball, but oh, Jasmine Dickey showing some speed, coast to coast, gets herself to the TAB.
Using that athleticism to great effect in transition, blowing by reasonably porous transition defense of the Kahu. No one stops the ball. When you don't stop the ball, you get yourself to the line, and a couple of attempts for the Pouakai, who have been outshot of the free throw line so far. 10 attempts to this being the 6th for the Pouakai.
Yeah, again, they are using that speed well, which is what they're going to need to do for the remainder of this game, and then capitalize at the TAB. 3 of the last 4 free throws missed for this Pouakai team. Still maintaining the lead, though.
Tia Leach hands off to Crystal Ledger-Walker. Panina Davidson has the high-low, can't get it inside to Thomas, who now gets it on about 15 to Anderson, to Davidson. Looking for options on the perimeter. Crystal Ledger-Walker crosses over, looks inside herself. Nice find to Anderson. No angle, somehow finds the rim, but shot clock violation is called because she did not find the rim in time.
No, not in time. It was a tough pass underneath the basket. Hard to create an angle from behind the backboard, but a great job by the Pouakai getting a stop, causing them to use the whole shot clock and getting the turnover. Let's see if they can make something happen on this offensive possession.
Nice back cut by Jasmine Dickey. She liked the look of it, but still unable to make it drop. The Kahu down 6 and starting to look a little bit stagnant offensively. The post play goes in. Amari Thomas, too good.
Just as you said, and Amari Thomas using her body, that pass over the top. We've seen it plenty from this Kahu team. She posts up so well underneath, uses her body, gets it right over the top. That is not an easy pass to make.
A lovely pass by Panina Davidson, pinpoint accuracy. These two have formed quite a partnership, especially in that high-low. A lot of baskets being done. Nice to see Kendall Hedemaya is okay after running into the standard there, trying to inbound. She will now initiate offense on this side, coming off the Mac screen into the paint. Nice drop off, and Mac with the finish off the glass.
Excellent little roll there to the basket. Nice dish from Kendall Hedemaya, showing her point guard abilities.
Amari Thomas with the screen. Crystal Ledger-Walker rewards her with the pass. Ball knocked out of bounds. Will stay with the Kahu on the baseline.
Great swipe there. Necessary swipe from Kendall Hedemaya. Amari Thomas was going to the basket, eyes up. Got that ball, knocked it out, and burned a little bit more of that shot clock.
Ledger-Walker looking to inbound the cross screen, creates Thomas some space, who gets fouled, gets the bucket, and off to the TAB for 3. And the interior strength of the Kahu starting to show its signs.
Yeah, exactly. And I think just a little bit of a spin cycle underneath the hoop for Kendall Hedemaya. She was watching Anderson with Amari Thomas sneaking behind her. Again, you have to know where that woman is, and you have to know where Panina Davidson is, because they are looking to get the ball into them for some easy baskets.
Thomas completes the 3-point play. drawing the Kahu 1 point closer. Kendall Hedemaya trying to initiate offense as Asia Anderson takes advantage of a lazy look, but maybe not as Hedemaya sneakily drives to the rim off the pressure.
Yeah, if nothing else is open, might as well drive. I think Hedemaya's got a little bit of speed against Asia Anderson, and she used that well. Again, we keep talking about it. It's something that the Pouakai are taking advantage of, and that's why they've got a little bit of a cushion now. But they've got to be more successful at the TAB. Thankfully, on the back of Kendall Hedemaya. She knocks the first one down.
Kendall Hedemaya putting together a heck of a season. 12.7 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Shooting her first free throws of the season there.
Of the season?
Tonight. She had not had a free throw attempt prior to today.
Well, the team as a whole only averages about 11 per game, so it's only natural that that might have been her first of the season.
Thomas with the catch. And another three-point play opportunity as her strength on the interior overcoming the height discrepancy in that matchup with Tasha Mack.
Yeah, Natasha Mack just jumped a little bit too early, and that pass was way too easy of an entry pass to Amari Thomas. But Amari Thomas she stays grounded. She's so solid underneath. She gets the ball, uses her body, gets the finish.
Not sure if that is the second or third foul on Tasha Mack. I believe it is the second. We'll update that shortly, but Kendall Hedemaya coming the other way. 2-point lead for the Pouakai as Lauren Hippolyte gets the ball on the handoff. Goes to Sean Rabati inside.
Great help there by Panina. And she crashed hard on Sean. Exactly what the Pouakai are doing to her. She comes over to help Amari Thomas. Got the jump ball and the turnover.
Awatia Leach comes across half court, hands off to Crystal Ledger-Walker. Tries to find inside, but nice defensive anticipation by Boston Nesbitt there.
Yeah, just a bit of miscommunication between Ledger-Walker and Davidson. Davidson was lifting up, and Ledger-Walker thought she was staying low. But again, another inbounds play where they're going to look down low to Tara Reed.
The inbound to Amari Thomas, who has putting in some work on the last few possessions. She has game. She is showing that game off on the low block.
She is ace on the low block. Get her the ball inside. Let her go to work. It's almost a guaranteed bucket every time it goes in.
14 points, 6 for 9 from the field.
14 points for Amari Thomas.
Jasmine Dickey is coming off, misses the shot. Leach coming back the other way and pushing with pace to the cup. Finds Lauren Hippolyte, unfortunately, on the turnover, and Dickey in transition challenges Thomas and finishes with the left hand.
Yeah, smart play there by Thomas. I mean, she doesn't want to get a cheap third foul early in this first half.
The ball swung around to Thomas, looking to make up the 2-point deficit. Davidson, great position down low, disappointed not to get it, but Tara Reed makes up for the lack of a pass by catching it and going straight to the cup, getting the foul. And an opportunity for 2 from the TAB.
Yeah, scatter report on Tara Reed. As you see in the last play, Lauren Hippolyte, great defense, finds Dickey in transition. But just to reiterate, Tara Reed, excellent driver to the hoop. She is a slasher on a wing. She can also shoot it from deep, so a tough matchup for anybody on defense.
Well, with 6:07 here in the second quarter, how do you see this game's momentum swinging right now? Who's got the ball in hand? We'll talk about it after we talk about this large 100 pepperoni black garlic pizza. Online code KICKS valid until August 8th, Tuesday. T's and C's apply. Use that QR code. Get the order right away. $30 for 100 pepperoni. 30 cents a pepperoni, that's a great deal.
30 cents. Yeah, you got the math right this time. It is a hell of a deal. So get in, use your code, get you some Sal's Pizza, and tune in to some exciting Tauihi basketball.
And speaking of that momentum, Kaysen, it's been a back and forth affair. Closing out the midway point of this second quarter, who's got their hand on it now?
I mean, the Kahu, in my opinion, they started off a little bit slower, but they also had Panina Davidson and Crystal Ledger-Walker sitting the first 4 minutes of the first quarter. So again, that might attribute to their slow start, but now obviously they're getting that ball inside and they're just showing their dominance. But on the counter, the Pouakai are doing a great job pushing the pace and not allowing them to set on defense, which they've caught them miscommunicating a few times, and they've capitalized on those opportunities. But they have to have an answer for that woman right there going to the line. Oh, sorry, not her. Sorry, Tara Reid is going to the line, but they do need an answer for both of them as they are dominating inside and going to the basket.
Hits the first to cut that deficit down to 1 point. And hits the second as well, all knotted up at 38 as the scoring has become a little less prolific here in the second quarter for the Pouakai. Dickey with the ball on the wing, back to the spin move. Nice hand, Penina Davidson. Turnover going the other way as she finds Crystal Ledger-Walker, who will walk it up and initiate the offense.
Penina Davidson doing a great job on help defense. Has caused a couple of turnovers in this second quarter, just rotating at the right time and then getting awarded hopefully here on offense, and she does. Easy finish for Penina.
Olivia O'Neill bringing the ball up the court. Come off the Bossa Nesbitt screen, straight into the paint. Another quick hand, this one from Amatia Leach. And then Tara Reid with the steal, the kick ahead by Leach, and Mari Thomas-C going for 2.
I mean, the difference right now, the momentum is shifting to the Kahu. They've picked it up on defense, and they're being rewarded for it on offense with the easy transition baskets.
Handoff between Rabati and Dickey comes to the weak side. Bossa Nesbitt sets a screen with the rear. And then the pass by Hippolyte to Dickey somehow doesn't find the net. The awkward finish goes unrewarded. Tara Reid in transition comes through. Ball knocked away, and now she's looking up high for Davidson. Dickey with the steal to go in the other way. Challenging Davidson at the rim and challenging to get the whistle.
Great job. Again, talking about defense transitioning into offense. Excellent read there by Dickey. And just off to the races here as she goes against Penina Davidson. Penina fouling her hard, sending her to the TAB. Excellent job by Dickey on defense.
4:46 left in the first half here in Whangarei at McKay Stadium. Jasmine Dickey lining it up at a relatively quiet first game of the season, but backed that up with her second, where she dropped 27 points and was electric in transition from behind the arc, finding some of that form here today as well. Off to an early start, and now Jasmine Dickey up to 13 points in the first half.
Yeah, she has done incredible in this first half, keeping Pouakai within reach of this Kahu team.
Thomas looking inside. Davidson doesn't find the space. Leach gets it because of it. Nice swing from Thomas to Leach for 3.
Excellent shot there by Leach. And Thomas showing her distributing skills as well. She's not only a scorer, but she can find her teammates as well. And Tara Reid with another steal. And she's going to be called for the foul against Dickey.
A perplexing look on Tara Reid, and I'd have to agree with her. Looked like she had that well read and it was a free ball. Instead, a foul on Tara Reid, and Jasmine Dickey thinks, oh, that's the right whistle.
She'll be happy with that call because it could have been a turnover, but fortunately for the Pouakai, stays in their possession.
Quite the turn of events. In the last few minutes, as the Kahu have picked up the activity on the defensive end. But with that aggressiveness has come a few fouls. So that's the 5th personal foul. Free throws at the TAB for the rest of the half. Jasmine Dickey looking to build on her scoring total of 13 points.
What a great half she's had, and a quarter. She's doing well. She's strong, she's fast, and she can take it to the basket. Shoots the ball well. Missed a couple of easy layups that she probably would have liked to see go in. Oh, and Tara Reid not happy with that defense there, but she is going to take it down the floor, dish it out to Aotearoa. Aotea, who gets it to Penina Davidson. Sorry, you do your job, I'll do mine. Let me stay in my lane.
And I'm back. Olivia O'Neill finds Sean Rabati. Looks back door for Jasmine Dickey, over to O'Neill. Calling for the screen, comes across, inside. Tasha Mack able to hold on to it, not able to make it. Second chance opportunity, this one goes.
Fortunate for those long limbs there. Natasha Mack getting her own rebound, getting the finish.
Crystal Ledger-Walker finds Davidson, swings it to Leach, inside to Thomas. Looks for the double, it's not coming, so she goes to the move. The footwork is fancy, but not enough for two. Crystal Ledger-Walker with the steal. Skip pass to Davidson, over the top, in the bucket.
Yeah, just no defense there from the Pouakai, and the Kahu doing a great job sticking with that play, finding Penina over the top for the easy two.
Well, and Hippolyte has no dribble, so finds Rabati in the high post. He's now looking onto the weak side. O'Neal onto the interior. Mack with the step back.
Ooh.
Nice and smooth for two.
That was nice and quick. Didn't even give Penina a chance to react. Excellent catch and turnaround jumper from Natasha Mack.
Swinging around the perimeter, another cross screen. Davidson wants the ball in the post, doesn't get it. Instead, it's a turnover. Tasha Mack on the break with the easy layup.
I thought maybe she was going to line that up for the dunk, but again, this back and forth battle between lapses of communication in defense, and we've got ourselves a tie ball game. As you see, Natasha Mack got that last steal for the easy layup in transition.
Well, that layup has tied things up once again. And then plenty of highlights from this show if you want to catch them. Tune in Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. on Sky Sport to Sal's Hoop Heads. All the news that's fit to talk about in hoops in New Zealand and abroad. And quite a bit of things that are not fit to talk about, but we talk about them anyway.
Entertainment value at the highest level.
Well, with 2:37 left to go in this quarter, Kaysen, what are each coaches talking to their teams about right now?
It's the communication. You've got to know where your teammates are. You have to rotate on defense, because defense, as we talked about, leads to offense. And again, it's that aspect of the game that is going to determine who will win. And the Pouakai are doing a better job shutting down the interior, but again, Davidson and Thomas working their tails off, trying to get that ball inside and getting some pretty easy and ones. And so, I mean, I say easy, but they make them look extremely easy, but I guarantee you it is not easy. As you know, as a big man, not easy getting the basket all the time with the defense down underneath.
I'm just here to talk about basketball, because I don't know about playing. Cam Wilson, an intense time out there, was imploring his team about one point or another. With 2:37 left, a tie game, a high-scoring affair. We have seen a lot of free-flowing offense, which the BNZ Kahu will look to continue at this point. Tia Leach gets the ball across just in time to avoid the 16-second call, 8-second call, pardon me. Inside to Udiseki. Back out to Ledger-Walker, who lines things up for the on-ball opportunity with Thomas. Defense denies her out. A beautiful pass to the corner. Leach finds the range from three.
Not even phased by Kena Hedemaya, sprinting at her in the corner, showing the ice in her veins. Aotea Leach, excellent shot.
Kenda Hedemaya comes off the arm ball and too easy, straight down Main Street for two.
Those are the comms that we're talking about. That's such an easy layup for Kendall. Great recognition, but Kahu, nobody rotating to help, and Kendall gets the easy two.
Leach finds Thomas, comes off for the handoff. Reed on the baseline, surveying the defense to see what comes available. She wants Ledger-Walker. Shot clock running down. Ledger-Walker knows it. The 1-foot step back. She loves it, but she doesn't get it. Ashley Udiseki gets called for the whistle on Tasha Mack.
I love that from Ash. She's crashing. She's trying to give her team that second chance opportunity. Just a little bit too aggressive. And Tasha Mack looking a little bit sore in the back, but they will find themselves at the TAB again as they are in the bonus.
Well, what a half here from the Recruitment Network Mainland Pouakai. Their ability, despite not having some of their key contributors, no Kennedy Leonard import, no Ezra McGoldrick, their leading rebounder, their leading player, one of their leading defenders. No Jacinta Beckley, who contributed really nicely last week upon her inclusion in the squad. How are they doing it with a shorthanded deck?
Well, I mean, they're not too shorthanded, as they've got the likes of Jasmine Dickey and Natasha Mack, who are slotting in nicely.
They are shorthanded. They don't have two starters.
Oh, I mean, yeah, they are shorthanded, but again, they've got plenty of talent in the lineup right now, especially that woman guarding the ball. She has been explosive in this first half, and it's a great opportunity for other players to step up.
Austin Nesbitt tips the ball out of bounds as Mari Thomas was looking for the post-up opportunity. Ball will be on the sideline, 1:25 to play here in the first half, knotted at 50. As Crystal Ledger-Walker catches the inbound, comes off the Mari Thomas screen, the switch from the Pouakai, the switch back, the skip pass, finds Tara Reid on the perimeter, one dribble, pull up from 15, nothing but net.
Easy bucket for Tara Reid. We like to see her driving to the basket, but she has the ability to pull up as well. Excellent shot from the TAB.
Crossover from Dickey, using the speed, showing the balance. And Mari Thomas takes rebound, kicks it off to Walker, pushing the pace in transition, looking for Leach on the corner. Doesn't want to use that one, instead drops the 15-footer.
Excellent shot there by Crystal. Again, such a high-scoring first half, but not sure if that's due to the lack of defense like you talked about earlier, or if both teams are just executing well on offense, as Crystal Ledger-Walker left wide open at the free throw line.
So never leave the ball. You got to guard that first. That is not what the Pouakai did on that occasion. So 4 straight points for the Kahu coming out of that last time out. And they're looking to grab control of this one before the second half.
Yeah, exactly. You want to go into the half strong, just like they're doing right now, getting some easy shots. It's exactly what they want. The Pouakai, they've got to have an answer back if they want to stay close going into the half.
Hope Nana saw that one. She should be pumped. Always good when a granddaughter says hi. And the official stats partner of the TAB, or of the Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa, is the TAB. And the stat that's picking out to me right now is Mari Thomas, 7 for 10 from the field, 16 points. Panina Davidson, 11. And Awatia Leach, 12 points on 4 for 5 from the field for the Kahu. For the Pouakai, it's the imports leading the way. 14 for Jasmine Dickey and 13 for Tasha Mack. The rebounds, one-way traffic, 9 rebounds for the Pouakai, 18 for the Kahu, 7 of those offensive.
They're doing a great job. They're collecting the ball and they're crashing the boards. They're staying with the play, which is something that the Pouakai need to do. They've got big bodies inside the Kahu, so you have to find a way to clear them out and not let them get any sort of hand on the ball.
The foul up high. No, that's an illegal screen on Boston Nesbitt. There is that point of emphasis that you mentioned earlier, Casey.
Yeah, you've got to stay still. You have to stay in your cylinder. No extension, no shifting, no movement. You just a brick wall. You cannot move, and the refs are looking for it.
Ball inbounded into the half court. Crystal Ledger-Walker waits for the cross screen. Finds Thomas down low, who uses that strength to clear the space. Boston Nesbitt defends well. And well enough to get the stop.
Yeah, great job by Nesbitt on defense, and just fumbling the pass from the top from Hedemaya, and it'll be a jump ball. But Hedemaya trying to reward her for her efforts on D against Mari Thomas, whose footwork is fancy under the basket.
22.1 seconds left here in the half. A slight discrepancy, about 5 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And both teams with the Sky City player timeout in hand. Dickey in the post where body feeds her. Leach tries to fake the charge, doesn't get it. And Crystal Ledger-Walker will call the Sky City player timeout after the Dickey basket, who was putting together a second quarter with her 16th point of the half there. 2 rebounds, 1 steal to go along with it. Look at the strength.
Yeah, it was a great job. She wants that ball inside. Anytime she's cutting in the lane, you see her jumping, calling for it. She wants that ball inside, and I think Leach was right on that charge circle, and she fell backwards, so that's not going to be a foul called or a charge against the Pouakai.
Of course, use that QR code to Sky City player timeout. Ticket to the big game, community tickets available, thousands available throughout the Tauihi season. Register now to see if your community group can go cheer on these ladies in a town near you coming soon. Ball inbounding now with 14.4 left. Crystal Ledger-Walker comes over, looks for Tara Reid on the handoff, comes off the Thomas on ball, turns the corner, finds Udaseki in the corner, who finds the 3-point range. 4 seconds left. The Pouakai decide to call that Sky City player timeout with what I think will be about 1.5 seconds left, but we'll see after the officials talk to the score bench.
All of that was off the drive from Tara Reid. She drew in the defense with the drive, found the shooter in the corner, able to knock it down with a Kahu to extend the lead to 5. Be interesting to see what the Pouakai pull out here.
So 2.3 seconds remaining in this one. Use that QR code once again if you caught it quick. Now ball inbounding over the top to Sean Rabati, and that is going to be a turnover. And there should be about 1 second left to see official Sharon Martin on the baseline, signaling to the score bench that we've got 1 second left in this ball game. 5 points the difference. And Tara Reid will try and go for a deep pass to give one of her teammates an opportunity at a shot. Crosses half court. Thomas from way downtown gets the shot.
Are you serious?
I think we're going to count it.
Are you serious?
The officials are going to show us.
How is she so accurate from half court? She set that up perfectly. Looked like a normal shot. You got to count it. You got to give it to her. You've got to give it to her. What a shot.
Well, apparently this hasn't counted. We didn't see the officials make the call, but we are going to go into halftime 57-52. The Northern Kahu lead at McKay Stadium in Whangarei. And we are back as the Northern Kahu have a 5-point lead on the Mainland Pouakai here at McKay Stadium in Whangarei. And it was an interesting first half where it looked like the Pouakai were going to take control before. We saw a spirited fight by the Northern Kahu, who really started dominating inside Casey.
Yeah, exactly. They went to their strength into Mari Thomas, and she showed her skill with the half-court shot, which did not count to end the half, but she's got 16 as well as Jasmine Dickey. Awatea Leach lining it up for the three-point line. Natasha Mack as well. Tamina Davison coming off the bench tonight with 11. Tara Reid doing what she does, getting to the free throw line. Sean Rabati with 8. Started off really strong. They did a better job shutting her off to end the half. But again, Tara Reid cleaning up the boards. I mean, the Kahu are just doing a great job rebounding, as they've got 18 as opposed to the 10 for the Pouakai. And Ledger Walker leading with 4 assists. Kanahara Mai dishing the ball well with 3. And again, just evenly matched between the two teams, distributing the ball well. One block from Ivy Brown. And then you see Tamina with 2 steals, as well as Tara and Hippolyte, Rabati, and Dickey with 1 apiece.
Well, turnovers have been low. Just 4 turnovers for both teams, doing a nice job of controlling the basketball and finding efficiency on offense, all those scoring numbers. The Kahu shooting 60% from the field. The Pouakai shooting 65% from the field. 3 of 4 from deep at 75%. No slouches, the Kahu 4 of 9. Both teams playing with a high level of efficiency offensively, Casey.
Yeah, exactly. They're doing a great job offensively. Defensively is going to be the key, though, to finish this game. Who is going to shut down the interior attack against the Kahu?
Well, 57 plays 52. When we come back, the Kahu lead the Pouakai, and we will be back to tip off the 3rd quarter after this. welcome back to Whangarei, McKay Stadium, as the BNZ Northern Kahu have lived up to their name in the far north, leading the recruitment network Mainland Pouakai 57-52. As the fans are enjoying the action, plenty of merch on display. That first half, high-scoring affair. Both teams doing it in varying ways.
Yeah, absolutely. The Kahu sticking to their strengths, but they are lining it up a little bit from the three-point line. But Amari Thomas, she's got 16 points. I struggle with her name. Leach has 12 points. And then Penina Davison adding 11. And for the Pouakai, Jasmine Dickey, 16 points, as well as quite a few from Natasha Mack, the other import. But yeah, both teams on display tonight. High scoring first half. Be interesting to see if they can maintain this consistency in the second half.
It has been quality offense, defense that has been unable to keep up with both teams really finding that high level of efficiency, and a lot of free throws as well. 29 free throws shot in that first half. Both teams making 11. The Kahu shooting 14, the Pouakai shooting 15 to continue their offensive efficiency from the stripe as well. Awatia Leach there behind Tara Reed. And the hustle of the Kahu has been at times really impressive, but this Pouakai team has been resilient in battling through it.
Yeah, and you talked about it earlier. They are quite a few players down tonight, the Pouakai, but they are rising to the occasion. As you see there, they had quite a strong first half, but they're going to have to be on top of their game in the second if they're going to try to keep the Kahu at bay.
And not the only team that's down. I mean, we've been speaking up and talking up the Kahu about how strong they are. Of course, no Talia Tupaya, she's out with shoulder injury, the reigning MVP. Still to welcome Tess Madgen, the Opal's captain, and who's going to be a fine quality player and a great addition to the Tauihi squad for the Kahu when she does arrive. So impressive by both teams playing with at the level of efficiency and excellence that they've got in the first half.
Yeah, it is a really great job from both squads, and will be interesting to see if the dynamic changes for better or worse when Tess Madgen comes back for the Kahu. So I'm interested to see her play. I've not personally seen her play, but the chemistry, it's a lot to ask for teams, but obviously they're professionals. So they come into this league and they've got to jump in straight away, build that chemistry, and perform at a high level.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be all right.
Yeah, she'll be fine. She'll be fine.
I feel like Tess Madgen coming in is going to find her feet and have things form around here pretty quickly. It's going to be impressive. A lot of talent's going to be on the court when this team is at full strength, because there's a lot of talent on the court right now with both teams a little bit underwomaned. They don't have their full contingent of players, but it has mattered not, as the scoring has been free-flowing up and down. 57-52, the Kahu lead, as we get ready to throw the ball in and tip off the third quarter of action in McKay Stadium in Whangarei. Well, nice defensive pressure. The Pouakai coming out and showing they're going to extend that a little bit today. Ball swings back to Tara Reed. Penina Davidson looking for the post. It looks like they've messed up the execution of the play. So Awatia Leach instead will just let it fly from deep.
That's her first miss from three-point land today.
Dickey finds Jeremiah in transition, who's speculatively looking at the basket, has Thomas on her. Good quick hands from Amari Thomas. Doesn't lend in the turnover, but now the Pouakai will have to inbound from the baseline. Ball goes to Jeremiah, passes over to Mack, to Dickey, back to Jeremiah, looking into the post. He's got the matchup on Penina Davidson. The step through doesn't work because the contact was there.
Yeah, a good move there by Mack. Just went straight into the body of Penina Davidson. Penina Davidson not moving anywhere, not able to push her off of the block, and gets the foul.
Kendall Jeremiah inbounding once again. Jasmine Dickey looking for Jeremiah on the curl. Finds her in the paint. The pass out to Hippolyte. Dribble drive into the paint. Shot fake, step back, travel called. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
two fouls.
I thought for sure that was going to be a travel because I saw a little stutter step there from Lauren Hippolyte. But fortunately for her, she is at the TAB.
From your eyes to my mouth, apparently. Jumps the gun. The contact was there. Hippolyte returns to the stripe. Hits the iron on the first and then finds the net eventually.
Love the soft rims up in Whangarei. Some nice gentle rolls for the shooters.
Mari Thomas after the second make. Hippolyte with a smile on her face. Aotearoa passes over to Tara Reed, to Thomas, to Ledger Walker. A lot of motion. Ooh, had Amari Thomas over the back. Tara Reed, Leach instead tries to find Davidson. Off the hand, out of bounds. And the Kahu begin things with a couple of uncharacteristic plays, not executing to the level they were in the first half.
No, it's just not as free-flowing as they would have liked in the first, or right now compared to the first half. Post working really hard underneath the basket. They had Amari Thomas on that last play, like you said, but unable to find her or Penina Davidson underneath.
Crossover Dickey into the paint, off the glass, doesn't find it. Davidson gets the rebound. Tara Reed dribbling up the wing, using the speed to get to the paint. Ledger Walker surveys the defense, skip pass, Leach to the basket. Leach can't find any answers. Instead, it's Thomas to Walker, to Davidson with excellent position. The hook shot, the bucket.
Yeah, Sean was stuck behind her. She didn't really have much of another option. Great post up by Penina Davidson underneath. I'll tell you, Leach on that last play was wide open for the layup, but she just didn't look at the basket. Looked everywhere else but.
Jasmine Dickey gets the ball, calling for the cut. It doesn't come. Instead, the rip through to the baseline. The shot's missed. She wanted the contact, doesn't get it. Davidson pushing the pace, finds Reed, slices down the lane, gathers her feet to Crystal Ledger Walker for three. It's short. Davidson on the rebound. Good hustle. Dickey keeps possession away from Davidson, but not away from the Kahu.
Yeah, excellent hustle play there by Dickey, not allowing Penina Davidson to grab that rebound, as rest assured she would have taken that ball straight to the basket.
Ledger Walker wants Thomas, instead gets Reed, knocked out of bounds, will stay with the Kahu on the baseline.
Dickey with a couple of big defensive deflections here on the inbounds play.
The skip into Reed, nice rip through, straight to the basket. Yeah, the contact that Dickey is surprised about, Tara Reed not so much. She will head to the TAB for 2 attempts.
Yeah, that was definitely a foul from Dickey. Good attempt at selling it, but as you see here, Tara goes to the basket and she just swipes right across that left arm. Easy call there for the ref.
Tara Reed hits the first to stretch that lead back to 6 points. Starts lining up the second. She's had quite a lift in her game professionally this year. Had a 48-point game in Finland this season. And so has really lifted that scoring ability and has shown off some of those skills here in the Tauihi. Tasha Mack at the elbow. Finds Hippolyte, who finds Mack. Comes off, she lets up the three-point go. It looked speculative, but that was good.
Natasha Mack with the 3 ball, showing her versatility. Not only can she pull it up from inside, but from beyond the arc.
Well, tremendous shot there, blowing them a little bit closer as we have a foul underneath just on that Tasha Mack shot. That is her first 3-pointer of the season. She was 0 for 0 coming into the ball game, but with shots like that, maybe let a couple more fly.
Yeah, why not? She let them know too.
Well, she didn't know how to swim, but went for the 3 goggles, went for the ice water in the veins.
Everything. You know, when you make your first 3 and you're 1 for 1, you gotta give them every celebration.
I think it was a lot of, I told you, coach.
I know I can shoot it.
Penina Davidson doesn't find the range on that one.
I'd love to know, I want to go back to Tara Reed, where she had a 48-point game. I wonder how many of those points were from the free throw line. Be an interesting stat
it wasn't
to find
a ton.
out.
It wasn't a ton. I think it was about 10 points from the free throw line. 7 for 10 from 3 was the one I remember.
Wow, so an impressive feat to get 48.
Mack with the rip through, can't keep it. Aotearoa starts off the break. Her hustle has been really infectious for the Kahu. Gets the steal there. Ledger Walker to Thomas. Back to Walker. The 2-player game. Coming off the on ball. Thomas can't find it. Davidson deep post position again. Kicks it out to Amari Thomas. Davidson couldn't find it now. Dickey on the rebound, coming the other way to Jeremiah. Kicks ahead. Finds Sean Rabadi in the corner. No one looking at the basket just yet. for the Pouakai off the on-ball. Hedemaya with 2 defenders around her, finds Dickey on the wing, dribbles into the free throw line for the jump shot. That's good.
That is sweet. And what a dish from Kenna Hedemaya. She's doing an excellent job distributing the ball for them. With the missing Kennedy Leonard, she has stepped into that point position seamlessly.
Terrell Reed with a bit of a hook, gets around to the baseline. Leach with the drive, finds Crystal Ledger-Walker. To Thomas in the paint.
Oh, she is such an excellent finisher. And I don't know if that's because she's not being challenged as hard as she should, but she knows how to finish, and she's got excellent footwork underneath.
Backdoor cut by Hedemaya. Uses the strength. Crystal Ledger-Walker with the quick hands, forces the steal, pushes it in transition, attacking. Rabadi it off the dribble, underneath the screen. Finds Terrell Reed up high for 3.
And that was a beautiful play off the back of the steal from Crystal Ledger-Walker. Excellent D led to excellent offense, and Tara Reed knocks down that 3-pointer. Excellent pass. Not much rotation there on defense, but Kahu coming out strong in this second half.
Well, initially a lack of execution was beleaguering the Northern Kahu, but as time's gone along, they've found a little bit more space in transition, move the ball well around. It seems like when they get that second, third rotation offensively, good things happen.
Yeah, exactly right. They are showing their patience. Starting the half, they were rushing things, fumbling a couple of passes, but now they're finding their rhythm, calming down, running through their plays.
Speaking of good things happening, use that QR code. You'll have some good things. Online code KICKS valid till Tuesday, the 8th of August. Large 100 pepperoni black garlic pizza for just $30. That's a deal, and I think that's dinner on the way home for me.
Do you reckon you can smash the whole pizza?
Easily.
Easily.
That's not even a question.
That's not a question.
Challenge me with something.
2. Could you eat 2 of them?
I mean, I have.
Really? 2 Sal's pizzas?
Yeah. I used to burn a lot of calories. Used to have a bit of engine. Now I don't work out. I just put the weight on. But not too much weight with the Sal's pizza. I digress. Let's talk basketball. 8-point lead for the Kahu. Jasmine Dickey trying to figure out what's going on the rotation there that last time around. Whose rotation wasn't supposed to be, but you're caught it up on the replay that lack of rotation wasn't going well.
Yeah, exactly. And that's that they have to stay focused, especially with a patient Kahu offense. They are going to run through their plays. They're going to move the ball well. It's going to go in and out, and you have to be sound. You cannot have a lapse of defense at any point against this Kahu team.
Hedemaya brings the ball up against Crystal Ledger-Walker, straight to the paint. Step back. Panina Davidson too good, and Terrell Reed with the sneaky steal. Coming back the other way. Crystal Ledger-Walker, ball in hand, straight to the post. Amari Thomas going to work. Gets the whistle, gets the bucket. Does not count. She does not get the bucket. Call apparently on the floor before she got into the shooting motion.
Yeah, just an easy entry pass there. There was no half front from Chandra Body on that play. She just gets posted up too easily underneath and then gets the foul.
Not sure how that didn't count as a bucket. Amari Thomas looked to be in the motion, but the Pouakai get off easy there. Can they take advantage? To Thomas, to Leach, to the rim, to Jasmine Dickey in transition, pushing the pace, showing off her multi-talented skill set with the left-hand layup in transition.
Excellent finish. Get that ball to her on the rebound. Let her go to work. Let her go coast to coast, because she's got that ability, as you saw in that last play.
Ledger-Walker to Thomas. Finds Reed on the wing. A little bit of screen action down low. Looking for Davidson. Can't find her. Over the top to Thomas. Too high with the pass. Terrell Reed disappointed, but good execution until that final pass ends in the turnover.
Great offense there by the Kahu. And like you said, just a little bit strong on that pass.
A low pass handled well by Lauren Hippolyte. Back to Kendall Hedemaya, who likes this on-ball action with Tasha Mack. Rolls down. Ooh, leave the ball. Not a mistake this time as Terrell Reed gets the rebound and dribbles it up court, looking for options. She's an option in the post in Panina Davidson. One defender around her, swings to Thomas, to Ledger-Walker. Thinks better the triple, not the second time, misses the shot. Pouakai coming the other way.
I love the unselfishness from Crystal, but I'd like to see her take that initial shot as Jasmine Dickey goes to the hoop yet again.
but can't find the net, so the Kahu bringing it the other way. Crystal Ledger-Walker swings the ball to Davidson. Thinks better of the three to Reed, the slip, the rip, the near turnover. Leach gets it up. Ledger-Walker with the shot clock going out, rips baseline, goes to the cup, the scoop shot, no good. Davidson on the glass, finds Reed for three. Can she get it? Yes, she can.
Kahu rewarded for their efforts on that play. Excellent job staying with that play and getting the kick out for Tara Reed with another three-pointer. And this Kahu team is inching ahead versus the Pouakai.
Well, the lead is 9 points now as Mac has the ball on the elbow, looks for Dickey coming off the handoff, the shot fake into the defensive hand of Panina Davidson, makes that one a tough opportunity. Tara Reed in transition, finds Thomas, who finds the net.
And another miscommunication by the Pouakai in transition. No one has an idea of where Amari Thomas was. Amari Thomas running her lanes perfectly and gets the layup.
Adamaya to Nisbet, rips through on Thomas, gets the paint. The foul is called. Thomas thought it was clean. The officiating team does not, and two shots for Boston Nesbitt.
Yeah, when she's going up for that shot, as you see there, from this angle it looked clean to me. What do you think?
From the disrupted and obstructed view that we had, it looked clean on the ball. Not sure exactly what was going on the other side on the arm. And when you're not sure, you don't want to bet. But if you do want to bet, join the TAB and deposit $10. You can get a free $50 bonus bet. T's and C's apply. Restricted to over 18s. And make sure we bet responsibly. We're missing the second, but the rebound by Sean Rabati finds Dickey, who looks to reset things with the ball in hand of Olivia O'Neal. Off the on-ball screen up high, the handoff to the corner. And we are back to O'Neal, who wants the triple to go. It does not, but Jasmine Dickey's hustle, not enough to keep the basketball. Tara Reed pushing the ball in transition. Likes what she sees defensively, doesn't get the roll, but the ball will stay with the Kahu, as Amari Thomas did just enough work to keep that off of the Pouakai's possession.
I love the matchup between Tara Reed and Jasmine Dickey. They have similar games. They're explosive to the basket, and when they get the ball in transition, they're looking to go coast to coast.
No options for Walker, so she gets it over the top to Thomas. Back to Walker, waiting for the on-ball from Davidson. Fakes to the right, comes off the on-ball, looks down to the corner. The triple in the corner, no good that time from Alatia Leach.
Strong rebound there from Abadi. Great job boxing out, not allowing Panina Davidson to get that offensive rebound.
Dickey with the handoff straight to the hole. 2 points with a clever burst of speed.
Yeah, she has got an explosive first step, and she is tough to guard off the dribble.
Screen by Davidson, frees up Walker for the baseline attempt. The left-handed flipper off to the glass.
Yeah, she made that look pretty easy. That was not an easy layup, but wasn't contested as hard as it should have been. So you see Crystal recognizing the open lane on the baseline and a great finish from the point guard.
Nice use of the hesitation there, the change of speeds. Froze. Elia made it a much more difficult cover. And now the Kahu with an 11-point lead, ball in the hands of Dickey at the top. So Tara Elia to the wing. Olivia O'Neal into the post. A little interior passing with body back to 17. O'Neal can't find the range, but the rebound for Dickey up high. Back to the cup.
Oh.
2 points off the glass from about 6 feet.
Excellent elevation there from Dickey. She is an Energizer bunny, disrupting the defense as well as crashing the boards on offense and getting that second chance. And a beautiful little jump shot off the backboard.
Ledger Walker directing traffic, calls for the cross screen. Amari Thomas has space and strength in the paint. Using the footwork, using the soft touch, just short. Rebound, second chance opportunity is good. No, it's no good. Charge called.
Oh man, that was a great job getting her own rebound. Nisbet got spun around a bit, didn't box her out, and I believe the defense was in the charge circle.
Yeah, so did I. Let's see if she started outside the charge circle. 2 feet inside, 1 foot at least inside that charge circle. So Amari Thomas a little bit unlucky there, unless of course her feet were inside the charge circle as well, in which case there is no freedom of movement for the offensive player.
Oh, quick pass there, disrupted by the Kahu.
Nesbitt off the high-low, off the glass for Body with a nice pass. Nesbitt with a nice finish.
Now Pouakai looking much more efficient on offense, moving the ball well, cutting to the basket and finding each other underneath.
The ball swings to Reed once more with the cross screen. Penina Davidson has a lot of space there. No double coming, but a lot of hands as Dickey raises her hand for the foul. It's either hers or Basa Nesbitt's, one way or the other. Davidson will be going to the line.
And Basa Nesbitt doing a great job. She has got a tough task guarding both Thomas and Davidson underneath. It is a physical game. They are going toe-to-toe. As you can see, she's got her hands on her hips. It is not an easy task guarding either of those posts, but she is stepping up big tonight.
Well, 20 points for Amari Thomas to go along with 5 rebounds, 14 points for Penina Davidson, 6 rebounds in there as well. Also joined in double figures, high double figures, 16 points for Terrell Reed, 12 points for Awatia Leach, and on the other end, 24 for Dickey, 18 for Mac. No other Pouakai in double figures.
Yeah, that's just, look at her go. She is so explosive to the basket, and she loves that little floater going to the left. Can't capitalize on that one.
Crystal Ledger-Walker testing the defense, testing the limits of the traveling call, doesn't get called for it. Asia Anderson with the ball into Thomas, straight to the left hand, gets the whistle this time.
Chung smiling there on that one. She's like, yeah, I know I fouled her, but I didn't have a choice. Thomas using her body extremely well.
Well, she does the work before she gets the catch. She makes sure that she's in position to get those right in that scoring position, and the quick move that time really opened things up for her.
Yeah, she's such a smart post player, and she, like you said, she uses her body well. She gets herself open, and it's such an easy pass from the wing. And when you see your posting up and you see their chest, you get them the ball every single time. They're working hard down there. They're fighting against the defense. You have to reward them.
Amari Thomas on the second, finds the net. And now 1 minute left in the third quarter. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Pardon me. That would have been a quick shot with a minute left, but instead, 76 to 67. The BNZ Northern Kahu leading the Recruitment Network Mainland Pouakai back for the finishing quarter just after this. And we are back in Whangarei, McKay Stadium. 76 to the Kahu, 67 to the Pouakai. And a third quarter there where the Northern Kahu started to wrestle a little bit of control with a 19-15 advantage through that third term.
Yeah, they did a great job. They were executing much better on offense, much better than they started the third quarter. Third quarter, they looked a little discombobulated with a few fumbled passes, but they managed to get it together, and they extended their lead to Maps 9.
Good addition and subtraction there. Don't know which way you did it, but either way, you were correct. The inverse of each other. They're like back in the day. I'm showing my age, but like Tomax and Zama, mirror images. 7-6, 6-7.
Oh yeah, That's a good spot.
So 10 minutes left in this one. What do the Pouakai need to do to claw their way back into this ball game?
Well, they need to not allow such easy post-entry passes to Amari Thomas, because she's having herself a game tonight, as well as Panina. But so the pressure on the wing needs to be more intense. You've only got 10 minutes left, so you really need to pick up the pressure on the outside and not allow the easy entry passes, as well as the post defense has got to fight around and try to get a hand on the entry passes.
Ball comes on to the hands of Elia, swings to the body. O'Neal feels the pressure of Ledger Walker, but gets to the cup anyway and dismisses the pressure with the layup.
Oh, that was excellent ball handling there by Olivia O'Neal. She just threw it out far enough so she could stride out and get that finish.
Leach finds Walker, Ledger Walker, sorry, and over onto the side to Tara Reed, who's trying to direct traffic, but a little bit of confusion in the Kahu of execution off the on ball. Just shoot it when you're confused, and it goes the other way to the Pouakai.
Nothing else happening on that offensive set. Again, the Kahu really aren't shy from using a lot of the shot clock, obviously, as you saw there. Nothing was happening, so Tara just took it amongst herself to get that shot up, but again, to no avail.
Well, the backdoor cut is unsuccessful, but the hustle of Jasmine Dickey somehow gets the whistle. Nearly a steal. Not really sure what it was Tara Reed did there to get the whistle. Looked like, to me, might have been a foul going the other way.
Yeah, Dickey did a great job selling that one. She
off the back of Davidson, heads up play, Olivia O'Neal, and a smile on her face because of it.
We love to see that little crafty inbounds play. You don't see it often, but when you do, it works.
Back-to-back buckets for O'Neal. Has the Kahu only with the 5-point lead. They need a response. Ledger Walker off the on ball, goes for the skip pass. Leach with the fake, with the drive, with the shot, with the two.
Yeah, on that one, Tarai was rotating well underneath, but left her man out wide, and it was just an easy lay-in. Not fast enough on the rotation.
O'Neal finds Rabati in the corner, shot fake, gives her a chance for the dribble. O'Neal with some space. Back to the baseline, but the turnover, lost the ball. Davidson ahead to Thomas. The 5-4 combination strikes again. Tarai cannot stop the bucket, but Amari Thomas, sorry, she does stop the bucket, but she doesn't stop the foul. Off to the free throw line she goes.
Yeah, great running. Again, she runs that lane so well in transition. Good find by Panina, but on that last play, Olivia O'Neal, I think she knew she traveled, and then she assumed that the whistle was going to be called, but she continued on and didn't hear a whistle, and that's why she just kind of gave the ball away. And then Amari Thomas is at the TAB again, adding to her score.
Up to 22 points now, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Running the lane nicely there to create this opportunity at the TAB as the Kahu grab control once again. The Pouakai keep on working. They can't make that inroad. Jeremiah looking for options. Finds Rabati to the weak side. The backdoor cut. Doesn't work. Nesbitt off the handle.
Oh.
Once again the turnover. Thomas taking things the other way. Finds Ledger Walker, who slows things down. Wants a good set. Swings it to Reed. Swings it back to Thomas. A lot of action down in the low block. Entry into Davidson. The cut by Ledger Walker back to the baseline. She loves operating in that space. The kick out, the extra pass. Tara Reed nearly decapitated as Tara Elia defends well, hustles well, but gets the whistle nonetheless.
Yeah, good rotation there by the Pouakai, but much better offensive set from the Kahu, forcing the Pouakai to shift and having to rotate by the drive underneath and then getting that extra pass over to Tara. Excellent Kahu offense.
Inbounded to Davidson. Ledger Walker, handoff with Reed. Comes around, turns the corner. Kick back to the wing, kick inside. Excellent execution. Davidson has options. Goes with the left off the glass, and we think I see a sprained ankle for Boston Nesbitt for trouble.
Yeah, that doesn't look good, but what a shot from Panina Davidson. Spinning around and finishing with the left hand high off the glass. And Nesbitt is being helped off the court. I think she got a bit of an ankle. She has had a hell of a defensive game tonight with not an easy defensive, what am I trying to say
assignment?
here? Assignment, yep, that's the word. With the bigs underneath.
It's funny because back when I was in school, I forgot all the assignments.
I can imagine.
Remember that one there. And it has been a lot of hustle from Bassa Nesbitt. Just unfortunate step on the foot there. She's 20 minutes of game time tonight, 4 points. Not a lot of rebounds, but she's been putting a lot of work on that defensive end. And coming in, she's only been averaging 11 minutes per game, so twice her normal contribution in the minutes department.
Well, it's great for her to get that experience in this Tauihi game. She does well in the Rapid League, but with the absence of players like Ezra McGoldrick, she has an opportunity to step up, and she's done that tonight.
Davidson gets the rebound. Aotearoa initiates the offense, coming across with just over 7 minutes remaining, an 11-point ball game, and the Kahu starting to get clinical with their execution in the half court. The back screen, Thomas in the post, comes up to screen for Tara Reed, back to Ledger Walker. She likes the space she was given, but can't find the range.
Yeah, I like that shot from her, though. No hesitation that time. And you see that, you said it earlier, the Kahu are doing a great job slowing it down and running their plays. Oh, and a beautiful step through from Dickey. Can't get it to fall. Beautiful footwork underneath.
Ledger Walker initiating to Tara Reed. Goes to the crossover to find the space and find the kiss off the glass for two around Tasha Mack.
Yeah, that's her game. Drive in and get the easy lay-in. She's so good at it. And she usually catches a body on the way in, but that time, pretty clean defense from the Pouakai.
An 8-4 run to start the quarter for the Kahu as they pick up the pressure. Hedemaya avoids it for the left-handed layup.
Yeah, great job there by Kendall, recognizing the open lane and takes it into the left. Pouakai need to get a stop here.
Ledger Walker comes off Amari Thomas's screen. The pocket pass goes off a foot, so it will stay with the Kahu as Sean Rabati says, oh, I think that was kicked first by them.
It was definitely kicked first by Amari Thomas. And then from Rabati, they're looking like they're playing FIFA out there on that play.
Well, strictly speaking, not illegal for the ball to touch your foot. It has to be an effort to kick the basketball. So if it just hits the foot, it doesn't happen. Apparently maybe that's what the call was there. As we see Asia Anderson finding Aotearoa. Thomas with good post position. They like the high-low. Davidson puts it on the floor, goes to the turnaround. Thomas cleans up the mess off the glass.
Again, Thomas just sticking around enough to get another offensive rebound and an easy layup. You've got to push her out of the lane. Don't let her get the offensive board.
I just love the way they work together. A real good connection. They understand what their job is. The shot gets up, we'll get the rebound. If not, look for me. Starting an early season partnership that's going to be tough to stop.
Yeah, quite the dynamic duo as Asia Anderson a little bit aggressive there on Jasmine Dickey.
Well, a 13-point lead with 5:22 to go. And we're going to have a timeout here for the Pouakai. This seems like a time they're going to have to make a run. Now, in recent games, especially with their lack of depth, they've been playing good for 30 minutes, but in that fourth quarter, that's when the depth of some of the opposition teams has really started to correlate to their advantage in these last few games for the Pouakai.
Yeah, you've nailed it. They do struggle to finish, and that's when it's the most important. That's when you have to be locked in the most. Finishing the quarters, finishing the half, and finishing the game. You cannot have any lapses to finish, especially when you're at a deficit. Only 5 minutes left in the game. That's not a lot of time, and they really need to step up big here, massively on defensive, and especially against the dynamic duo of Davidson and Thomas.
It seems like the Kahu just need to take care of that basketball, keep milking that interior play. They've got a lot of options and a lot of highlights there. You can catch the highlight show Tuesday nights here on Sky Sport. All the highlights from each week. Now, if the Pouakai want to make some highlights down the stretch of a come-from-behind win, down 13 points with 5:22, what strategy can they implement now?
Any steal, any transition play, they have to go. Don't slow down. Put the ball in her hands and let her go to work. If not, she's going to kick it out, get a shot. Okay, they don't need to set an offense. They need to push the pace any chance they get, and they have to deny the post entry pass.
Well, that is easy for us to say. Difficult to execute out there on the court right now. Jasmine Dickey has been tremendous. 24 points on 10 for 24 from the field. Leading scorers Amari Thomas with 25 as she has really been piling up the inside points here in the second half. Ball on the wing. Asia Anderson looking for Penina Davidson inside. Can't get the ball around Jasmine Dickey, who forces that steal, starts to put the ball in transition. She's got a lane. She attacks Thomas, gets the contact, gets the whistle, 2 shots at the TAB.
And that's exactly what they need to do. They got that steal, got the ball in her hands. She was the one that got the steal, took it coast to coast, and now she'll be at the TAB.
Well, it took advantage of that speed in transition straight at Amari Thomas, and looks like she might have got a bit of a thigh bruise on there. She's grabbing the leg, running into those interior players can leave a mark for the perimeter.
Yeah, well, I mean, especially when you're running at full speed ahead. Going into the body of Amari Thomas, I can't imagine that would feel nice.
Equal leading scorer in the game with 25 points, herself and Amari Thomas. Jasmine Dickey looks for 26 and finds it with the free throw.
Yeah, now that Pouakai need to get a stop here. Try to get aggressive, get up, get in the grill of the point guard and not allow them to run such a free-flowing offense. Get some pressure on the ball, on the wings, and not let them see the entry pass to the post.
Once again, Davidson on the block. Too strong for her body, gets great position. Doesn't have an angle, flips it up. The prayer goes unanswered. It's only Wednesday, not Sunday.
Yeah, it was a great hard show from Lauren Hippolyte, forcing that turnover and that circus shot from Panina.
Rabadi hasn't had a lot of opportunity here in the second half, just 8 points. Ledger Walker looking for Thomas ahead. Nice screen by Amari Thomas. Ledger Walker does the rest.
If you're the Pouakai, that is not what you want to give up. An easy transition basket and then another turnover on the offensive side of things. So I'd like to see them get up in full court pressure, not make it easy for this Kahu team, who seem to be running away with it at the moment.
Well, it just almost seems like they've worn down the Pouakai, who have been able to stay reasonably close here in the fourth quarter. But the 13-point deficit still seems a bit bigger than it's been able to make up, especially if that shot goes down. It does not. Can't get the rebound. Ball hasn't hit the rim though, so that shot clock's going to be low. Reed lets it up and gets it in. I guess the prayer is answered.
Oh, God, that's just a dagger to the heart. What a shot from Tara Reed, knocking it down from deep with no time left on the shot clock.
7 for 10 from the field and 21 points for Tara Reed now. As looks like the Kahu are going to tip the 100 mark with the efficiency with which they're playing. Kendall Hedemaya lets one go from deep. Thomas with the rebound. Now it's just a matter of time. The Kahu looking to stretch the clock and take care of the ball.
Yeah, Pouakai looking a little bit desperate, shooting the ball quickly on three, not really getting much on offense. Settling for that 3 ball, and Kahu just looked comfortable here on offense.
Ankle breaker finds Leach on the perimeter after Crystal Ledger Walker lost Hedemaya up top. Hedemaya pushing the ball in transition, gets away with the carry, but it ends up in a turnover anyway. Tara Reed coming back, watch out for the screen of Davidson. Hedemaya avoids it. Back up top, Ledger Walker. Now we'll use the clock, come through some all-ball action, see if she can't find some space on the drive, finds Thomas instead, who gets it inside. 2 points. Once again, timeout to the Pouakai.
Well, I mean, if you could have written the script for the way that this quarter was going to end, you basically did it. We talked about it earlier. The Pouakai struggling to finish the previous games, and that is why the Kahu have been able to extend this lead. Just lapses of judgment, lapses of communication on defense, and then on offense, just turning the ball over carelessly. And now the Kahu have extended their lead significantly in this fourth quarter.
Well, a 5-0 run there by the Kahu. And here in the fourth quarter, it has been all Kahu all the time. Really starting to stretch things out, have doubled up the Pouakai 17-8. And they just look to be a bit more comfortable as we take a look at Basa Nesbitt icing the ankle after going down with that injury a few minutes ago. And things certainly have gotten easier for the Kahu on the interior with her departure from the game.
Yeah, exactly. She's been crucial for the Pouakai, guarding the bigs inside, which is not easy, especially with the dynamic duo from the Kahu. But again, the Kahu done a great job. Shauna Body started the game off really strong, but they have kept her scoreless since, I believe, midway through the second quarter, or maybe the first quarter, I'm not sure. But they've held her to 8, so another person who has put a lot of points on the board for the Pouakai has been held silent. But Dickey has stepped up in her absence.
Came in averaging over 17 points per game in the back-to-back 20-point-plus games for Rabadi. So limiting her effectiveness, especially when they're still a bit shorthanded, has led the Kahu in the great direction. Ball inbounded. Hippolyte to Mac. Turns the corner. Tries to find the jump shot. Does not. Dickey, once again, the hustle and the muscle gets the 2.
She is everywhere. She is a freak athlete, and she is putting it on display tonight. Crashing the boards, getting the second chance, and doing it all for this Pouakai team tonight.
28 points, but not enough as Kendall Hadamaya steals the passes. Tara Reid went for it. The long pass ahead to Dickey. It's going to stay with the Pouakai as she's got a cheeky smile. Might have got away with one.
That is a high-risk pass, especially with a defender like Tara Reid, who's got length on her side, but nearly got it.
That quick pull away with the hands. That tells me she touched it last time.
Yeah, she definitely did. But the refs didn't see it, so it's fine.
Hey, you can only call what you see. As the ball getting inbounded by Lauren Hippolyte. Finds Kendall Hadamaya. Develops the play. Hippolyte up top. Looks for the space. Shot fake. Layup. Doesn't get it. Dickey again.
Look at her go. She is relentless, hyping her team up. She looks to be the only one that's got infinite energy right now.
Well, infinite energy, you're going to be working towards infinite points. 28 points in the ball game.
I think that's 30 now because it was 28 on the last one.
Got to add those another 2 here. If the Pouakai have 79, let's see after it catches up. And that is 80, so I believe it is.
What was it?
Yeah, either way, she's close to 30.
Yep.
Stats a little slow to come up. That is 29 points for Jasmine Dickey.
And then uncharacteristic miss there from Amari Thomas. The easy bunny.
Oh my, Kendall Hadamaya plows through Aotearoa, who just puts her body on the line, play after play. Her hustle, her effort. I mean, not the leading scorer in the ball game. She's had a fantastic game, though. 14 points for Aotearoa.
Yeah, she's done the 1% things that we talked about earlier, the things that you don't necessarily see on the stat sheet at the end of the game. She's applying pressure on the wing and not making life easy for the person that she's been guarding all night. And again, shooting the ball well, just being an all-around hustler on the court.
1:30 left to go. All that's in question is what the final margin will be. 13 points the difference now. Tara Reid down the middle. Too much contact. That'll be foul number 3 on the Pouakai, and either ball from out of bounds for the Kahu.
Yeah, that's the story of Tara's game. She's so good at driving and drawing the contact and getting the foul, as the Kahu will keep possession here and try to extend the lead yet again.
Inbound for Crystal Ledger-Walker, finds Reed. Jasmine Dickey's trying to add to her total. Davidson with a lot of bodies around her. Crystal Ledger-Walker with the crossover, surveying things, finds some space on the drive, and finds the finish off the glass, continuing an efficient night for her.
Yeah, she's such a great distributor, but she's even a greater scorer. She has the ability to... Oh, and Kendall Hadamaya answers back with a 3-point play, but it might be a little bit too late for the Pouakai. Jasmine Dickey urging her teammates to keep the pressure up. Only 56 seconds left in the game.
Not sure what the whistle's for. Might be something to do with the clock. But it looks like it has been surveyed and fixed. So now it is Tara Reid looking on the baseline, inbounding. Crystal Ledger-Walker looking to keep possession and avoid the pressure of Lauren Hippolyte. 53 seconds remain in this ball game to Thomas. To Leach. And this 5 has played the majority of the second half as Leach gets another bucket, 16 points for her now.
The Kahu are just relentless in their attack on offense, and they are rewarded for it, getting those easy layups in the paint.
I believe this 5 has played the entirety of the fourth quarter for the Kahu. They have stuck with not their starting lineup, because Davidson and Ledger-Walker not in the starting lineup, but Their closing lineup most definitely as we take another look at the Aotearoa finish.
And she has slotted in nicely on this Kahu team with the absence of Talia Tutaya, who is another big scorer for the Kahu squad. And she does a lot of other things. She gets a lot of steals, etc. But Aotearoa has done a great job filling that role.
No, you got to grab those opportunities with both hands when they come your way. If a coach doesn't want to play you ahead of the starters, when you do get that chance, you got to prove you deserve it, and she is certainly deserving of more opportunities with the play that she's put on display over the last couple of weeks. Ball to Crystal Ledger-Walker. Using up every second of the shot clock. Crossover to the cup. Finds Reed deep, who does not find the rim. Thomas keeping possession alive for Aotearoa, who will head to the free throw line with 11 seconds to go.
Great job by Lee. We just talked about her hustle on the previous play, showing it again. Completely relentless. There's still 11 seconds left in this game, and they've got a 12-point lead. But if it does come down to points count back on the ladder, they want to make sure they rack them up, and they're doing that tonight. So try to get to 100.
They are on the precipice, no doubt about it. But I have a feeling, I gotta hope that the Pouakai just hold on to it. Don't give them a chance. 99-85, 11 seconds left in this ball game. And we get a Sky City player timeout. So we're gonna possibly get another shot here from the Pouakai, who, man, they have fought gamely so far this season.
Yeah, they have done well, but again, down the stretch is where they seem to struggle. They were back and forth for the majority of the game, but the Kahu just kind of blew it out in the third quarter and have maintained that lead ever since. Pouakai haven't been able to narrow the deficit since the third quarter.
Sky City player timeout. Get your tickets to the big game by using that QR code. Register your interest and see if your community group's eligible. Thousands of tickets available across the Tauihi season. Make sure you get out and get to a game. 11 seconds left. Inbound goes to Dickey. Straight to the cup. 2 points for her. She crosses the 30-point margin. 31 overall, and that'll be all she wrote as the Kahu don't have to take it across half court. But that is the longest 8 seconds I've ever seen. Eventually, the Hooter goes, and the final is in the books. The BNZ Northern Kahu take the win, 99-87. A powerful performance by a team, especially down the stretch, where they just overwhelmed the Pouakai with their physicality. A good effort, led from the front by their imports. Kendall Haramaya joining them in double figures, but in the end, too much Kahu.
Yeah, way too much Kahu. They had 52 points in the paint this game versus the Pouakai, 44. 21 second chance points versus 11 for the Pouakai, and just an absolutely dominant performance on the rebounds, 38-24 to the Kahu, shooting the ball from the field at 53%.
Well, some stats, little stats, sneak taste there from Casey Buckman as we'll take a look at the stats now as the teams shake hands, and there we see it scoring all over the place for the Kahu.
Yeah, Mari Thomas, again, she is a scoring machine. Tara Reid did a great job as well. 21 points for her. Aotearoa stepping up big tonight with 18 points. And Penina Davidson as well with 17 on the Pouakai. Jasmine Dickey, an absolute game from her. Energizer Bunny energy. And then Natasha Mack with 20. Kendall Haramaya with 13. Sean Rabati with 8. And Olivia O'Neill with 6. And rebounds again, Tara Reid doing a great job cleaning up the boards. Just a lot of effort from the Kahu. They did a great job. Started off a little bit slow this game, but they came together and they put on such a dominant performance.
Crystal Ledger-Walker leading the way, 9 assists, put together a fantastic complete ball game once again. 8 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. Kendall Haramaya running the point, had 3 of her own. 1 block apiece for both squads, and a few steals. Certainly a few more turnovers for the Pouakai, especially down the stretch. Just 9 turnovers in the game for the Kahu, 11 turnovers overall. A lot of those forced by Penina Davidson. does it with the interior strength and does it with the quick hands as well.
Yeah, she had quite a game coming off the bench tonight, and she was in full display between her and Amari Thomas and Crystal Ledger-Walker. They are such a great team.
Well, that is tonight's action in the Tauihi. And thanks to Whangarei for hosting a fantastic game of the G.J. Gardner Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. Catch the next action on your TV, Sky TVs, this Friday night as it continues from strength to strength. 99-87, the BNZ Northern Kahu get the victory in Whangarei. For Casey Buckman, I am Casey Frank. Thanks for joining us, and see you next time.